This broadcast will begin in 1 minute. This broadcast will begin in 30 seconds. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. So the ads are watching. This broadcast is a production of the WJPA Sports Network, presented by CNX Foundation. Good evening from Peters Township, the campus of Peters Township Middle School. Tonight, the WJPA Sports Network presents a Week 0 rivalry matchup with the Indians of Peters Township playing host to the Big Macs of Canon-McMillan. Hi, everyone. I'm Jason Tennant, along with Bill Duquette, who is with me in the booth. Our WJPA Sports Network crew is on-site producer Brandon Bennett with Luke Andrusick and Benny DeFalco on camera. Bill Chapo and Terry Haslett producing in our downtown Washington studios here on 95.3 FM. As we kick off the new season, Peters Township coming off a WPL championship and a state runner-up, finished 2 seasons ago, finished a game shy of the state playoffs a year ago, losing to Pine Richland in the WPIL championship game. Plenty of key players returned. The Indians look for another successful run through the postseason. Canon-McMillan, after reaching the playoffs 2 seasons ago, finished a disappointing 3-7 last year and are looking for a bounce-back season as we get underway here tonight. Our coverage on the WJPA Sports Network is brought to you by Washington County College Center, operated by Community College of Beaver County, by Advanced Orthopedics and Rehabilitation and Advanced Surgical Hospital, by the Day Insurance Agency on East Main Street, Washington, on Main Street Hickory, online, dayinsurance.com, celebrating 50 years of service, by Washington Greene County Chapter of the Pennsylvania Sports Hall of Fame, celebrating our region's rich athletic tradition, by Hemlock Homes. If you have a lot and a dream, Hemlock Homes will make it happen. Football coverage being brought to you also by Chambers Insurance Agency, your third-generation independent insurance agency in downtown Washington, online at chambersinsurance.com. By Green Valley Contractors, for a finished product you'll love, visit buildwithgvc.com. By Washington Financial Bank, for 125 years, proud to be the bank that gets you. By CNX Dreamfields, making your dream field come true. By RTI Insurance Services, proud to support area athletes, families, and communities. Log on trustrti.com. Football coverage also being brought to you by Bud Bear Mazda and Bud Bear Subaru, Route 19 South Washington, home of the Bud Bear Cares Rewards program. By Washington County Human Services, take the first step toward a healthier life. Call 724-228-1234. By Nick Gigantis, your all-state insurance agents in McMurray. By Good Orthodontics, excellence is a good choice. Choose Good Orthodontics. And by Slovenian Savings and Loan, big enough to serve, small enough to care. Coming up, we're going to do a quick pregame because of technical difficulties here in the press box. And we will bring you back here. Kickoff is just around the corner. Rivalry matchup here between Canon-Mac and Peters Township. It's on the way here on the WJPA Sports Network.
In sports and in life, accidents happen, and sometimes people get hurt. The doctors at Advanced Orthopedics and Rehabilitation specialize in orthopedic surgery, joint replacement, foot and ankle reconstruction, hand and upper extremity surgery, sports medicine and rehabilitation, and game time medical services. With main offices near Wild Things Park and offices in Waynesburg, Charleroi, McMurray, and on Vanadium Road near St. Clair Hospital, you can count on Advanced Orthopedics and Rehabilitation.
Start strong and stay local. CCBC's Washington County College Center gives you the edge to get ahead. What you do? General education. No matter your path, we're here to help you move forward. Learn more at ccbcwashington.com.
In sports and in life, accidents happen, and some
radio and TV today are cluttered with ads for car insurance. You might find these ads clever or even annoying. Hi, I'm Scott Day from the Day Insurance Agency. We like to keep things simple. We give you the best possible terms, best possible price, with great hometown service without all those gimmicks. Call us to get a free, no-obligation quote with your insurance. You might be surprised how much you can save. It's the Day Insurance Agency, 724-228-3448, or online at dayinsurance.com.
This is Coach Guy Montecalvo for the Washington County chapter of the President Sports Hall of Fame, sending along best wishes to all of our local baseball and softball playoff teams. Our annual banquet, Sunday, June 9th, inductees, plus the 1994 McGuffey football team special honorees. Tickets are available but must be purchased in the next few days. Log on now to join the celebration. WashingtonSportsHall.org.
Welcome back here to Peters Township. Jason Tennant, Bill Duquette with you, and we do apologize. We were supposed to be on the air quite a while ago. Some serious technical snafus here. The Gremlins were very, very present here today in the press box, and actually still are. We're going to try to make the best of this, and hopefully that you're able to see and hear the broadcast here from Peters Township. We'll work through this as we go, certainly, as we get set for action. But, Bill, let's get to football. Enough with the technical stuff. Let's get to football here. Week 0, it happened before we were ready, I think. Obviously, the equipment says we weren't ready for this. But here we are, and it's going to start off with a big rivalry here, Peters Township and Canon-McMillan.
Well, first of all, what I want to tell you right now is it's hot out here.
It sure is.
You know, the Peters Township Stadium is set up perfectly to bake anybody that's in the press box, and I'm right about halfway there already. But, yeah, first game, week 0, never really liked the term, but that's what it is.
Right.
And we got a good rivalry. We got Peters Township versus Canon-McMillan. And the one thing I can say that's short and sweet is that Canon-McMillan wants to start out the same way they did last year and then make it last. Last year, they jumped out 17-0, and then shot themselves in the foot a couple times.
Right.
Players made a couple good plays, and the next thing you know, they had 42 points on the board and ended up winning the football game. So, we're looking for a little bit better finish for Canon-McMillan.
Peters Township, of course, has had a lot of success here in the last couple of years. They were a state runner-up 2 years ago. Last year finished one game shy of the state playoffs as they lost in the Whitfield Championship to Pine Richland. Canon-Mac, of course, coming off a non-playoff season last year, just 3-7 overall record. So a disappointing finish for the Big Macs last year. These are two teams that have not played in the same conference since 2017. They were even after 6A started, they were still in the same conference for a little while in 5A until Canon-Mac made the jump to 6A. But still, it's good that they still get this game in, even if it's a non-conference game. You still bring the rivals together, and it's been a battle here. They've met 6 times since they've not been in the same conference. Peters Township has won 4 of those 6. They did not play in the year 2020, but have kept up the rivalry every year but that year.
Well, anytime you have bordering districts and the kids know each other with transportation the way it is and getting around during the summer and during the school year, playing other sports. They know each other. So, bordering school district, you would expect a pretty big rivalry, and that's exactly what we have.
All right, what do you think about starting the season off with that big rivalry? You don't have any build up to it. It's just out of the gate. Here we go.
Well, it's kind of like, it doesn't matter whether you play them at the beginning or the end. It's still a game that you want to win.
Right.
Number one, but technically speaking, it's just the same as if you were in a conference and you played the best team your third game. You got to be ready to play that game, and because you know that if you don't beat that team, you're probably going to end up second.
Yeah, absolutely.
But what you're looking at here is as I said, a rivalry. Both teams want to win the football game, and whoever wins will go away and learn something. Whoever loses will go away and learn something, and it'll be ready for conference play.
Of course, we have a lot more details that we weren't able to get to during that pregame. We'll talk about those throughout the broadcast, but let's step aside once again. We'll bring you back here to Peters Township with more on the WJPA Sports Network.
Hemlock Homes makes your dreams come true. Why build a box home that doesn't reflect your lifestyle and desires? Hemlock Homes brings your vision to life because you're involved in every decision. Design, floor plans, materials, and finishes. If you have a lot and a dream, Hemlock Homes will make it happen. Hemlock Homes, workmanship and personal service. Call 412-444-5008. That's 412-444-5008.
I'm at the Chambers of Chambers Insurance Agency. You can't turn on the TV or scroll through social media without insurance commercials. They're everywhere. Big by the time
Welcome back here. We're looks like Canon-Mac won the toss and has deferred to the second half. So we will see the Peters Township offense out here to get things started. Back deep, Lucas Rost. And also, I believe they said number 8 is back deep, and that is Cole Newpaver.
I'm going to hide behind this wall here so the sun doesn't hit me in the eyes.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Reese Maintz will handle the kickoff here for Canon-Mac, and we'll be able to get underway. Again, we apologize for any technical difficulties here today. It has been a rough go to the start of our broadcast season. This kick, not a rough go at all, as that goes clear through the back of the end zone, and we'll start with the touchback.
That was a big kickoff from the 48 yards deep in the end zone, bounced out of bounds, and Peters Township will take over on the 20-yard line. Or is it the 20?
Well, they change the rules all the time, but it is the 20 still in high school. Yeah, not that way in the NFL anymore, but it is still the 20 in high school.
It's tough to keep up with those rules.
It absolutely is. So it's Nolan DeLucia, the star quarterback for Peters Township. And he goes with a sidecar here to start things. And the give is to Newpaver, and Newpaver is up over the 25-yard line to the 27 or 28. Good gain on first down.
Little inside handoff that time from DeLucia. Nice little hole off the right side. Picks up good yardage on first down.
Brings up second down and 3 after a gain of 7 for Newpaver. 3 receivers here to the left side as DeLucia again will hand off. And Newpaver is up over the 30-yard line to the 33 for the game's first down.
Again, another inside handoff, and what ended up happening is I think he wanted to go wide, but he saw a little opening, little crease off the left side, and he just got it upfield for the first down.
Give him 5 on the play and a first down. Ball spotted at the 32 for Peters Township. Again, these three receivers to the near side with Newpaver in the backfield with DeLucia. DeLucia once again to Newpaver. Coming to the near side, turns the corner, 35 and up to about the 37-yard line. Another good gain on first down.
Again, that was a wide little inside handoff coming to the near side. He ended up just outrunning the contain man to the line of scrimmage and picked up 7 yards.
7, 5, and 7, the first three plays on the ground for Newpaver.
Peters Township going without a huddle in this first series.
Three receivers to the right here for the Indians. And the handoff again to Newpaver. All running plays so far. Meeting resistance right near the lead stick. Depends on the spot.
I think
he's
they're going
right
to give
there,
him the first down.
Right there at the marker.
Again, off the right side. Good enough for the first down. Moving the sticks.
Needed 3 and got himself maybe 4 yards on that play.
Canon-McMillan in an odd front defensively. Nose tackle, 2 tackles on the tackles, 2 outside backers.
Ball spotted now at the Peters Township 43-yard line with a first down and 10. A little bit of time here in between plays as DeLucia getting some signals. 2 receivers to each side here for DeLucia on first down, and now we may get a timeout taken. It is going to be by Peters Township. They don't think they had their sign in, so as they take a timeout, we will as well right here on the WJPA Sports Network.
Run. Financial Bank.
Welcome back here as we have a 1st and 10 for Peters Township out of the timeout. Motion man, and now a give to Newpaver again. This time he's met with resistance right at the line of scrimmage. Short gain this time of only about a yard.
That time, Canon-McMillan changed defensively a little bit, and they may have been in it the whole time. They're running a little 3-5, knowing that they have to cover receivers with DeLucia at quarterback, and they're allowing those 5 backers a little freedom to run to the football. That time they tested the middle of that 3-man front, and Canon-McMillan held up and stopped them for about a 1-yard gain.
2nd down and 9. Man in motion. And DeLucia takes the snap, drops back to throw. Throws right side, first pass is complete. And that is going to be Lucas Ross on the catch, and he is near first down yardage right there at the stick.
Ever since DeLucia has been the quarterback, they've liked the quick passing game on the outside, whether it's a little pitch routes or whether a little quick screens on the outside, trying to get one-on-one. When they had McCullough last year, who was a terrific receiver defensive back, he was dangerous when he got the football, and I think they're looking for the same kind of performance out of one of these wide receivers this year.
1st down and 10 now across the 50-yard line of the Canon-Mac 47. DeLucia takes the snap, fakes the handoff, rolls to his left, and hits a man in stride. That is Lehman, and Lehman breaks through, breaks another tackle with the 20, now cuts inside and brought down near the 10-yard line. Big gain for Reston Lehman.
Good touch pass that time by DeLucia, rolling to his left, just got the ball to the receiver, and Lehman made a nice run down the near numbers.
All the way down to about the 12-yard line as we have the sun in our eyes here. Handoff goes to Newpaver, and he's brought down immediately at the line of scrimmage.
We've seen that before, inside handoff going off the right side. That time, Canon-McMillan able to stop it. Picked up 1, maybe less than 1.
Yeah, 2nd down and 9, they say. Still a chance to get a first down before the end zone. That lead stick is around the 2. Formation here. Well, sort of not under center. You get the shotgun with the with the running back behind DeLucia, and that's Rost in motion. Snap goes, and now DeLucia fakes a handoff under some pressure, and a big-time play, but breaking away to get the throwaway. They're going to say the sack is going to count. In the grasp of Talon Sabatucci of Canon-Mac on a great defensive play, was able to get the whistle before DeLucia was able to get the pass away.
Tried to run a little bootleg to the far sideline, and white jersey up the field prevented DeLucia from breaking contain. He tried to fight the tackle, but they called in the grasp.
And that's going to be a loss of 8 on the play that'll set up a 3rd down and 17. DeLucia was able to fight, and he wasn't able to be brought down. But again, that's to protect the quarterback there, to the rolling in the grasp of the defender. And now Peters Township is faced with a 3rd and long. Ball at the 19-yard line. DeLucia takes the snap, drops back. Looking to throw left side. He's got a man complete. It's going to be shy of the sticks. That's Jeremy Paletti on the catch. And it's going to bring up 4th down from about the 8-yard line.
Paletti a little down and out that time. Well thrown by DeLucia. We did not mention DeLucia already committed to Villanova.
Yeah, we would have mentioned that in the break. Yeah. if we'd had any time.
Yep.
Going to attempt a field goal here. It's Anthony Maiello going to come in to attempt a 25-yarder, but look out, it gets away on a bad snap. Now it's DeLucia, who was the holder, trying to make something out of it, dumps it off down near the goal line. Not in the end zone, I don't believe, but it's going to be enough for a 1st down. It's going to be a pass completed. I think it was Rost.
Well,
and that gets him down to the 1-yard line and sets up a 1st and goal on a busted play on the field goal try. They end up with a 1st and goal at the 1.
That's actually practiced in the kicking game. If the snap is bad, quarterback or the whoever has the ball, usually the holder, ends up rolling one side or the other, and the receivers get to that side as quickly as they can in order to get open. And DeLucia, not bad for a holder because he can throw it too.
Absolutely.
Ends up finding a receiver on about the half-yard line.
Canon-Mac calls a timeout. We're going to keep it right here, as we don't want to miss a potential scoring play. But you had the catch down around the 8-yard line, so it was a 7-yard completion that set up the 1st and goal at the 1. You had the snap that bounced to the holder, DeLucia, but I think you said it best. You have DeLucia back there holding. That's a good guy to have back there on a busted play.
Good to have your quarterback handling the football.
So out of the Canon-Mac timeout, it'll be first and goal from the 1.
One of the things we did not mention, not only is DeLucia committed Division I, but you have 2 other players for Canon-McMillan, Reston Lehman and Lucas Shanafield,
yes,
committed to Pitt and Stanford, respectively. Both outside edge players on defense.
Peters Township comes to the line, 1st and goal. Snap to DeLucia, hand off to Newpaver, and right at the goal line, waiting for a signal. Going to say no. Going to be stopped shy for no gain.
That's the middle of that line. Your offensive line gets touchdowns down here inside the 1, so they got to get off the football, make some yardage themselves so the back doesn't have to worry about it.
Handoff again, it's Newpaver, and he is this time into the end zone. 1-yard touchdown run puts Peters Township on the board first. They went from going for a short field goal, a busted play, created a 1st and goal at the 1, and it's Newpaver who drove most of the way down on some nice, consistent running. Scores the first touchdown of the ball game, and it's 6-0 Peters Township.
Good push that time by the right side of the line, and running back found a nice little crease and got up in there over the goal line for the score.
Anthony Maiello gets the extra point. This time the snap and hold works, and the extra point is good. With 5:29 remaining first quarter, it is Peters Township 7, Canon-Mac nothing here on the WJPA Sports Network, presented by CNX Foundation.
My Dream Field has a scoreboard with a giant TV.
My Dream Field has dugouts for our mascot to dance on.
My My dream field has lights to play at night. And a duck pond.
CNX is making dream fields come true by donating millions of dollars throughout Appalachia. Nominate your field at cnx.com/dreamfields.
Policy. At RTI Insurance Services, we're going to sell you what you need. As a family-owned independent agency, RTI Insurance Services will provide you with multiple solutions for your personal and business coverages. We're proud to support area athletes, families, and communities, and we'd love to help you too. RTI Insurance Services in South Point. Online.
Mortem.
Qualified customers through Washington.
All right. Apologize. A little bit of a long break. We're still trying to sort through some of the issues here. It's going to be a long night in the broadcast booth, Bill.
Well, I gave you my advice. Unplug it, plug it in, and if it doesn't work, call for help.
Yeah, well, I'm the help. That's the problem.
Yeah.
I'm the one we call for help, and I'm at a loss tonight. So get our first look at Canon-Mac here offensively as they take the ball from the 29-yard line, and that play is busted up immediately. On the carry there was Mason Calgaro taking the handoff. Of course, Ty Jansma, who is back as a quarterback for the second year for Canon-Mac.
Tried to run the ball off the right side that time, and Peters Township up the field making a stop for a 1-yard loss.
At the 28-yard line, second down and 11. Fake a hand. Oh, Jansma lost the handle, lost a grip on the football. It just pops out, and he falls back on top of it, but a big loss. They'll spot it back at the 20-yard line. That's going to be a loss of 8 yards on the play as he just lost the handle on the football.
I was watching the defensive front for Peters Township. Their defense was not underrated last year, but they only gave up about 10 points a game through their entire season. They were physical, and they could run. One of the things that T.J. Plack was a little bit concerned about was whether they have the same kind of speed as they have this year as they had last year.
And so now third down and forever for Jansma and the Canon-Mac offense. Clear back at the 20-yard line. Need to get to the 39 for a first down. Motion man is Cimaroli, and now everybody, the little jailbreak here, is jumping across the line before the snap. That'll add 5 more yards to the distance needed here for Canon-Mac.
Little motion that time, and headed to the line of scrimmage before, and that drew a man off.
So now back to the 15-yard line for third down.
This is not the way you want to start the football game. And you got to remember, it is the first game. Mike Evans, the actual head coach, obviously not working this year, fighting his own battles medically.
Yes. Third down and 23 yards, and now dumping it out, and that ball is going to be tipped, batted out of the air by Shanafelt. And boy, the Canon-Mac offense would like to get a second try at their first series of the year.
Shanafelt was about 6 inches from taking that from where he touched it to into the end zone, and he wouldn't have had to run very far. He only had to run about 15 yards.
So that puts the ball at the 15-yard line for fourth down. Clearly a punting situation, and back deep is Lucas Rost for Peters Township. He'll put his heels right about on the 50 at midfield. And the snap. Kick is away from Brian Schmeltz. Fielded just on the other side of the 50. Fair caught by Rost, and Peters Township will start there just a yard shy of midfield. We'll take a quick break here on the WJPA Sports Network, presented by CNX Foundation. Well, on first down for Peters Township, a running play here to the near side. Ball was lost out of bounds on a fumble, so it'll stay with the Indians.
Actually, it was a little swing pass out to the near
Thank you. I was
sideline. But that's going to come back anyway. There's a penalty offensively. They're going to bring the ball back. 10-yard penalty. They must have got a holding call.
As if we needed anything else not to work. The score bug wasn't working either, so now that's going. We should have just done a radio broadcast tonight, Bill, but the audio's not even good. So, oh my goodness, been a rough go here.
We'll make it better.
So it's going to be another shot at first down after the penalty, and the give is going to be to Newpaver, and Newpaver meets resistance as he reaches about the 42-yard line. Short pickup.
Newpaver inside handoff again, right up inside the tackles, and he breaks the line of scrimmage, but gets met with about 3 white jerseys at the second level.
Gain of 4, second down and 16.
Give him a gain of 4 on the play.
Second and long.
Ball at the 43. DeLucia takes the snap, drops back to throw. Going to throw deep. Down the middle of the field, he's got a man open and caught at the 10. Into the end zone for the touchdown is P.J. Luke.
Luke made a nice move on the far side. Ran a little post route, but he really turned the hips of the cornerback outside and broke it back on his hip. And DeLucia laid the ball right on his hands, not breaking stride, right in the end zone for the score.
Peters Township up 13-0, looking for another extra point here from Anthony Maiello. DeLucia again the holder. Snap is rolled back again. This time they're able to recover and get that kick away and through. And with 2:09 to go in the first quarter, Peters Township goes up 14-0 here on the WJPA Sports Network, presented by CNX Foundation. Off return for Canon-Mac up over the 50-yard line. Number 21, that was Matthew Hirsch on the return, and good yardage, good field position to start for Canon-Mac this second time they'll touch the ball. And, of course, they're going to hope things go a little better than the first time.
Little pooch kick that time on the kickoff, and contained man for Peters Township got inside trying to make a tackle, and ball carrier broke it up the far sideline and took the ball back quite a ways. They're going to mark him out of bounds at the
Okay, yeah.
Canon-McMillan 45.
Yeah, everybody was moving toward that other side of the 50, but now they are going to say that he stepped out of bounds, as Bill said, on the 45 of Canon-Max. But that's where the Big Macs will start. I formation here with Jansma. Sends a man in motion and Joss back to throw it. Going to throw right side and over to the middle here, and it's incomplete, too high for the intended receiver, Braylon Wingfield.
Wingfield ran a post route that time, but he was double covered down the seam. Ball was overthrown, but I'm not sure if it was thrown on the money that it wouldn't have been intercepted.
Canon-Mac still looking for their first positive play.
Peters Township really puts pressure on you inside, and they can do that because the two outside linebackers they have are pretty darn good. Those edge players, they'll make something happen real quick.
Second down from the 45 for Canon-Mac. Jansma. Three receivers here to the near side, one to his left. Sends one man in motion. That's Cimaroli. Draws back to throw again. Got a man complete. That is Cimaroli right at midfield. Cimaroli breaks one tackle and couldn't see for the blue tent there. Thought he may have lost the football, but it's going to be the first positive play for Canon-Mac, and it's going to go for 9 yards.
A little out route, caught the football, tried to turn up the field, but good tackling by Peters Township. I think he kind of knocked the ball loose and out of bounds myself. But
yeah,
they have a little emergency tent right in front of where the ball was.
I think it's actually video. I don't think it's emergency. Third down and 1. Fullback is Ryan Blinn. And it's going to go straight ahead here with a quarterback keeper. And Jansma's going to pick up the yardage needed. Gets 2 on the play, and that's going to be Canon-Mac's first down.
Good push that time, not only by the offensive line, but one of the running backs on the quarterback to make sure he got the first down. Looked like a little version of the brotherly shove.
Yeah, right. They've been going with Bryce Collins as the tailback and Ryan Blinn as the fullback here on this drive. Looks like they're going to line up with Blinn's going to be out in the formation here as Jansma. Now he's going to drift back and settle in next to Jansma. It is Collins in the backfield here with Jansma, and he's going to get a fake handoff to Collins. Now looking for a receiver, goes to near side to Collins, but it's overthrown out of bounds, incomplete.
Well covered that time. Tried to draw up that second level and a little play action that time. Throw it over to backers, but good coverage that time in the secondary.
Clock at 23 seconds to go here in the opening quarter. 14-0 Peters Township with the lead. We'll have to break, if you're watching on video here today, we have to keep giving you the score because even our scoreboard wouldn't work. Amazing that replay's working. One of the more technical things we have is working and nothing else is today. Timeout going to be taken by Canon-Mac. That's their second timeout used. So with 23 seconds remaining here in the first quarter, Peters Township 14, Canon-McMillan 0 on the WJPA Sports Network, presented by CNX Foundation. Second down and 10 coming after the incompletion from Jansma. Canon-Mac with the ball at the Peters Township 44-yard line.
23 seconds left in the first quarter.
And the backfield with Jansma this time is going to be Calgaro. 3 receivers to the left. And it's Jansma rolling to his left. Under some pressure, throws left to the sideline, has a man complete. That's Wingfield. And Wingfield is stopped a couple yards shy of the sticks. It'll be third down.
Wingfield ran a little out route that time. He went down, drove to about the sticks, came back for the football, went out of bounds before the first down, missed it by about 2 yards maybe.
Actually, looks like more like 3, I guess. So a 7-yard pickup. Be third down and 3. Canon-Mac looking for signals here. Already taken 2 timeouts, but of course he went out of bounds. The clock stopped with 18 seconds. Third down and 3.
Taking a long time for him to get this play off. There you go. Too much time.
It is going to be a delay of game, and that's a tough break for Canon-Mac. I mean, you had all day to get that snap away on a third down and 3, and now that becomes a third down and 8.
Well, that's obviously it's on the quarterback to make sure he watches. With the clock not working, you have to look at the official down the field. He raises his hand when you got 10 seconds to go.
You mean they're not working either? The clocks aren't working?
No.
It's week 0 for everybody.
It's a delay game. It's a delay already because it's 0.
Yeah, right. Still 18 seconds to go in the quarter. It's third down and 8 after the penalty. Jansen with Collins in the backfield. Again, taking some time to get this snap away. Now the snap to Jansma. Going to throw it out here in the flat. He finds Collins, steps out of a tackle inside the 30, 20 to the 10, and breaking a tackle at the 5 into the end zone for the touchdown. Braden Collins from 42 yards out Bryce Collins from 42 yards out puts Canon-Mac on the board. Nice hard run by Collins after the catch.
Collins, little flat route to the near side, and they were broken down. They were one-on-one with only one other receiver on that side of the field, and that receiver was deep. So by the time he broke the initial tackle, outran the initial tackle, he was going down the sidelines and just ran right through where he needed to get to for the touchdown, and Canon-McMillan's on the board and answers, which was desperately needed.
Definitely. We're going to go for 2 here is Canon-Mac. Trying to cut the lead to 6. Jansma from the shotgun here with Collins in the backfield. Sends a man in motion. That was very late. Now a handoff to Collins, and he is stacked up and not going to get there. Wait a minute, was that not? They saying he stepped out of bounds. Yeah, that was not for 2. That was a first down play. I apologize. Did you catch that, Bill?
No.
I didn't catch that either.
No, but the sun's in my eyes. I can't see.
So take the touchdown away. I apologize for that. They say he stepped out of bounds, and that was a first down play, and now we are at the end of the first quarter. So scrap that. It is going to be second down and goal from the 6-yard line for Canon-Mac as we come back out of the quarter break. This is the WJP Sports Network. Well, if our replay was working in the booth, I would like to see that play because did you see him come close to stepping out of bounds? I didn't really see that, but we'd have to look at the replay.
I saw the catch and him run through the first tackle, and I saw him get in the end zone, so I figured he was in the end zone. I don't think he was that close to the sideline.
I didn't either, but after the first down play, which was a run to Collins, it'll be second down and goal from the 6 for Canon-Mac when play resumes here to start the second quarter. Switch ends of the field. We're still looking into the Suns, but we'll switch ends of the field, and Canon-Mac will have a second down and goal.
Good test for Peters Township's defense here.
Calgaro in the backfield with Jansma this time. Jansma's going to roll out. He's got a lot of pressure, dumps it into the end zone, incomplete. Looking there for Wingfield.
Wingfield on a little crossing route. Tried to occupy the outside linebacker with a short flat route. And, just missed him going across the field. Tough throw going to his left under pressure.
It'll be third down from the 6. So, boy, we were all excited giving Canon-Mac a touchdown and getting to within a score here. And now they're in danger of coming up empty here as they have a third down at the 6-yard line. Getting Calgaro in the backfield with Jansma. 2 receivers here to the near side. Going to roll to the near side here as Jansma throws into the end zone. Got him in. That is caught. And waiting for the signal. They're going to say down shy of the goal line. He caught the ball in the end zone, but right on the line. And they're going to say the ball never crossed. The completion was to Ethan Campoli. And they're going to say fourth down just outside the goal line here.
His feet were in the goal area, but I think he extended his hands
to maybe across the
football,
yeah,
and didn't make the goal line. Still tough call.
So now you have a 4th and goal from inside the 1. And Jansma's out of there. They're going to go direct snap, it would appear. And they go deep on that snap, but driving it into the end zone for the touchdown is Talon Sabatucci. And Canon-Mac will finally persevere and get into the end zone.
Sabatucci took the direct snap, went right off the right side, and he saw a red jersey that he thought he could run over, and did. Sabatucci, a tight end, normally also committed Division I, University of Buffalo.
And it's in for the kick. The extra point is up, and that extra point is good. 11:48 to go here in the first half, and Canon-Mac has cut it in half. Peters Township 14, Cannon-McMillan 7 here on the WJPA Sports Network, presented by CNX Foundation. $14-7 in favor of Peters Township. Canon-McMillan getting ready to kick off.
That sun's going to go down pretty soon, Jason.
I hope so. Paletti and Ross are back to receive the kick. Back deep, that is, and that kick is going to be fielded at around the 4-yard line. And this is indeed, that's going to be Ross on the return up over the 30-yard line to the 32.
Brought that straight up the field in between the hash mark and the numbers on the near side, and ends up getting tackled. They're going to start the drive at the 31-yard line. Ty Jasma, nice job in that drive. Put the ball on the money when he was asked to.
First down and 10 from the 31-yard line.
Gonna watch they don't come back with another big one right away.
DeLucia is going to hand this ball off. New back in there for Peters Township. That's Rapepi.
Inside handoff going off the left side. Was brought down by a number of white jerseys.
Second down and 7.
Gain of 3.
Second down here for Peters Township.
Peters Township trying to get their personnel straightened out.
Snap to DeLucia. Going to throw here to the near side through the hands of Max Devine. Incomplete.
Pass is incomplete.
Took Devine on
Wow, Max Devine.
a turnout route right around the sticks, trying to get the first down. Ball just a little bit overthrown, a little bit wide. But he's had plenty of time to throw the football, and that's one thing that a quarterback can ask for, and a coach likes to see. Give your quarterback, the guy who makes the offense go, give him the time to throw the football down the field. Canon-McMillan in their 3-5, expecting pass.
DeLucia dropping back now, breaks through a couple of tackles up over the 40. He's got the first down, hit hard there, and dropped. But a first down as he gets up to the 44-yard line.
Good job that time. Didn't have anybody open down the field, put the ball under his arm, knew where he had to go for the first down. Ends up getting the first down, but takes a good hit right at midfield or right in the middle of the field, right around the T at the Peters Township logo. First down.
44-yard line. DeLucia from the shotgun, and once again in the backfield with him is Repepe. Give to Repepe and try to turn the corner on the far side. Turns the corner for a gain of about 4 or 5 yards before he's brought down just shy of midfield.
Good job by the left side of Peters Township's offensive line. They were able to reach on a couple of the linemen to give them a chance to get to the corner. The receivers did a pretty good job blocking as well. Pick up about 4, 5.
And 6.
Yeah, second down and 6 after a pickup of 4 from the Peters Township 48-yard line. Sends a receiver to the near sideline. That's Devine. Now another man in motion. That's Rost. And it gives to Repepe again. Straight up the gut this time. No room to run. Maybe a little forward progress at a yard at the most. It'll be third down and about 5 coming.
Peters Township widens the receiver to the near side, sends another receiver in motion to the near side, trying to distract, get him to look the other way and try to run quick hitter to the far side. And Canon-McMillan not having it, ends up making a stop. Used to call that eye candy.
No gain on the play. It'll be third down and 6. Empty set here for DeLucia. Takes the snap, drops back. Looking to throw. Throws over the middle. He's got a man complete, and once again he finds his man Lehman for the first down inside the 30-yard line.
Was thrown right on the line. Good throw. Lehman had the inside leverage on the backer. Ends up making the catch and getting the first down and more.
Going to spot him actually down just shy of the 30. Call it the 31 for the line of scrimmage, but a first down here for Peters Township.
Good throw with authority that time.
Here's DeLucia taking the snap and the give. Turning the corner is Newpaver. Newpaver breaks through a tackle at the 10, is down near the 5-yard line. Another Peters Township first down. It'll be first and goal after the big run from Newpaver.
Had Peters Township had Canon-McMillan's defense defending their right side, and when the ball carrier got the football and broke contain, there was nobody out there. Had to make the tackle from the secondary.
Spot the ball at the 5 for a first and goal here for the Indians. Flag comes in. An illegal substitution here, it looks like. Illegal shift. Saw somebody, I think it was an illegal substitution. Somebody was running off the side of the field right before that flag was thrown. So that'll back him up to the 10-yard line. Stay first and goal.
That had to be an illegal substitution.
Yeah.
They might have had 12 on the field and ran one guy off. I wasn't counting.
Yeah. Timeout called by Peters Township.
Clock's working now.
7:20 to go here in the opening half. 14-7 Peters Township here on the WJPA Sports Network, presented by CNX Foundation.
Hemlock Homes makes your dreams come true. Why build a box home that doesn't reflect your lifestyle and desires? Hemlock Homes brings your vision to life because you're involved in every decision: design, floor plans, materials, and finishes. If you have a lot and a dream, Hemlock Homes will make it happen. Hemlock Homes, quality workmanship and personal service. Call 412-444-5008. That's 412-444-5008.
Coming out of the timeout for Peters Township, a first and goal from the 10-yard line. Coming up at halftime, we will have a newscast here from WJPA, and the halftime show will give us a chance, Bill, to go over some things that we kind of missed in the pregame. We didn't get to talk about the local schedule, certainly. We, didn't even get to touch on the kind of special circumstances Canon-Mac has with head coach Brian DeLallo as well, filling in for Mike Evans for the year. That was just, we had a bunch of stuff to talk about, but didn't have much of a pregame to our broadcast. So we'll try to get you some of those details when we get into the half. It's first and goal from the 10. DeLucia from the shotgun will hand it off. And this is Newpaver again, trying to turn the corner. Got the penalty yardage back, it looks like. Back to about the 5-yard line where it'll be second down. Maybe a yard shy of that. Second down and goal from the 6 coming.
Inside handoff that time, trying to run the ball to the short field, and brought it to the near sideline, tried to break it outside, and not a whole lot of running room. But he picks up 5, but gets the yardage back. Based on how they do in these first 2 plays, they'll determine what they're going to do on fourth down.
DeLucia with Newpaver in the backfield, and the fake to Newpaver. Dropping back, looking to throw, looking for a receiver in the back corner. Ball is tipped and intercepted. Did he come down in bounds is the question. And he did indeed. It will be a touchback. The ruling, the ball intercepted by Braylon Wingfield. And Canon-Mac takes it away in the end zone.
Good job defensively that time. Tried to run a crossing route to the near side off a little fake by DeLucia. He hung the ball up in the air just a little bit, got tipped. Wingfield ends up making the interception.
Don't look now. Canon-Mac has a chance to pull even here with Peters Township. And boy, the first couple of possessions for the Indians looked like they were going to run away and hide with this ball game. But a great job by Canon-Mac to battle. And now they've got the ball back at their own 20-yard line, just down 7.
I've seen this happen before. The Peters worked pretty hard to get their first touchdown, and they dropped back and threw the ball a long ways for the second one, and everybody on the sideline kind of goes, "Oh well, this could be it," and then all of a sudden you're not working as hard.
Jansma under center here for the Big Macs. Hands it off, and I believe that's Calgaro on the far side. Not much there, only about a yard. Make sure we get that identification. I believe it was 20 on the carry.
Little stretch play that time to the far sideline. The one thing that Peters does have going for it is that defensive tradition. And that's one of the things that they really pride themselves in.
It was Calgaro on that first down carry. And he stays in the ball game here with Jansma in the backfield. 2 receivers to the near side, 2 to the far side as well. Jansma takes the snap, drops back to throw. Looking here to the left side, he's incomplete there, looking for Sabatucci. Good coverage on the play by Newpaver, but the ball looked like it did hit Sabatucci in the hands, but good defense there.
Good defense, good throw, good effort by the receiver. Better play by the defender.
I was just going to say, good play by everybody, just a better play by the defender. And now third down and 9. Canon-Mac faced with a long distance to go here on third down.
All checking their armbands.
Clock at 6:13.
They got all their plays on their arms.
Man in motion is Schmeltz. And now under some pressure, Jansma rolling out. Coming here to the near side, he's going to just tuck it and slide. And that was a little bit of a late hit. You hear the Canon-Mac folks want the flag. But doesn't appear that any is coming, and that's just going to go for a gain. Of course, it starts where the slide happens, so it's only going to be a gain of 2 on the play that'll bring up 4th down here for the Big Macs, and certainly a punting situation coming for Canon-Mac.
Yep. Peters Township's going to get good field position here.
Brian Schmeltz going to handle the punting duties.
One of the things you always worry about in your first game is how efficient your punting game is going to be.
Lucas Ross, the return man, is back near his 35. That punt coming to this near sideline, and it's going to take a bounce. Good Canon-Mac bounce into the hands of Ross. Breaks through one tackle. Ross stays on his feet across the 40 before he's forced out of bounds. And there is going to be a late hit flag on that hit as Ross was on his way out of bounds when he was hit pretty hard here on the near sideline. That's going to tack on some extra yardage here for the starting field position for Peters Township.
Yeah, he was in the white area for a while and make the hit, and the flag goes up.
Got some scores to pass along. Thanks to Chapo for the information. Chartiers Houston leading Jefferson Morgan 7-6. West Green trailing Waynesburg 14-0 at the end of one, and the scoreless game between Moon and Trinity after 1 quarter of play. Try to get you some scores at halftime as well. That might be one thing that works for us tonight. The internet's still working, I hope.
Maybe Verizon will have it.
We might chuck some of this stuff out the window here tonight, to be honest with you. DeLucia drops back here on 1st down, going to tuck it himself, and looked like he was maybe expecting something else on that play, and then has decided to take it as far as he could straight ahead. Only gains about 3 yards. It'll bring up 2nd down.
I think it looked like he just looked to the outside, tried to draw those backers outside. I think that was a designed run.
5:09 to go here in this quarter, and we got an injury on the field here to one of the Big Macs being tended to by trainers, and this might be a cramping issue, the way they're stretching him out. It's not, now that the sun is disappearing, it's not terribly hot tonight. But
I bet you that field's still hot.
I'll bet you that field's still hot, and that comes with these early games in the season. Something the players have to deal with. Of course, they've been dealing with it all through camp and the heat, trying to get acclimated to the heat. And these first few games of the season are always played under pretty hot conditions, and you do see a lot of cramping to coincide with that. Yep. That's Luke Soida, the Canon-Mac player coming off the field.
So many things influence that. Your diet, whether you're hydrated. Yeah. You just don't know. And some kids are prone to that stuff.
Second down, and we'll call it 8. Gain of just 2 yards for DeLucia on the last play. Newpaver in the backfield with DeLucia. 2 men in motion here for Peters Township. Takes the snap, fakes a handoff, going to roll to his left. DeLucia throwing over the head of his intended receiver. He was looking for Shanafelt on the play, but overthrows his man, and it'll be 3rd down.
He had his wide receiver open on the sideline sitting there and decided to throw the ball to Shanafelt. They were not too far apart. Kind of locked in on the crossing route. Especially with Shanafelt, the old situation was that the only route that was never covered in football was the tight end crossing. So it might be from that school.
Time to throw here for DeLucia. He's got a man, a little bobble, but a good job to hang on to it. Complete to Paletti. And Paletti's going to pick up the Peters Township 1st down inside the 25.
Good throw, hit him right in the chest. Paletti bobbled it just a little bit, was able to cover it and get the 1st down.
Started at the 23. Clock now winds under 4:20 to play here before halftime.
you can see the evolution of Peters Township, allowing DeLucia to, be a little bit more a factor in the offense. Not that he wasn't before, but they're allowing him to throw the football down the field, not just those short routes and quick screens on the outside.
Tough sledding for New Paver on first down. Going to be
And 9.
brought down after just a gain of 1 yard. Be second down and 9 coming here for Peters Township.
Canon-McMillan has not tried to pressure DeLucia at all defensively. Kind of played base, tried to cover.
Motion man there is Lehman. And now they're going to look for Lehman. There to the left side, he's got the catch. And that will be just enough for a first down. Needed 9. Looks like he got 9 or 10 on that completion to Lehman.
I don't think he got the first down. They haven't moved the sticks yet. Little hitch route to the outside. Got another Canon-McMillan player down.
I guess you're right. They're going to say short by just that much. A couple of inches, looks like. Yeah, we do have another Canon-Mac, Big Mac on the turf. And going to stretch out again. 3:10 on the clock. It'll be third down in inches here for the Indians. Another score update for you. Avella leading Mapletown 13-0 after 1. South Fayette leading Chartiers Valley 21-7 second quarter. It's a different player down this time. It's like dealing with cramping issues, though.
Taking a little bit longer to get him up. Can't get a number for you, so we don't know.
Well, we might. Our camera guys, Luke Andrusik and Benny DeFalco down here, they may have it, but we can't. Maybe you can see because we can't see a monitor.
26.
Thank you, sir. 26, the injured Canon-Mac. It's Marco Faeta.
Hey, this is pretty nice. You can actually see what's going on.
Over there you can. In the other booth you can. Oh, goodness.
Well, it's starting to cool off now. That sun finally went down.
Yes. We don't have to.
So I don't think you'll have a problem going forward. By you have it. By us.
Yeah, right.
We'll
be able to see at least.
We won't be mistake out of bounds for touchdowns.
That's right. Hey, week 0 for everybody, Bill. That's the way it's been tonight. From the get-go, it's been that way. Third down and about a yard here, just less than a yard for Peters Township. Send a man in motion here. Does DeLucia, takes the snap. He will hand it off to New Paver. He's got the first down easily and gets down near the 10-yard line. They'll probably spot it around the 11, and that'll be first down for Peters Township. Of course, they'll still have a chance to get a first down before the goal line as that ball spotted.
Offensively, that's a great situation to be in. You don't have to score and still keep the football.
And that happened on that bad field goal where they were able to pick up a first down at the 1-yard line.
Yep.
2:13 to play until halftime. From the 11, first down and 10. And a handoff to New Paver.
New Paver, the ball carrier.
New Paver down to about the 8-yard line. Pick up a 3 on the play, second down.
Stop by 9, Brady Collins. And 33, Bryce Collins.
Again, coming up at half, we'll have a WJPA newscast for you.
Big play here, third down or second down.
It is second down and 8 from the 8, or I guess second down 8 from the 9. I guess it would be.
Timeout.
Timeout taken. We'll step aside as well. Clock reads 1:36 to go until halftime. Our score, Peters Township 14, Canon-McMillan 7 here on the WJPA Sports Network presented by CNX Foundation.
Hi, this is Mac Chambers of Chambers Insurance Agency. For over 70 years, we've been here for you, your family, and your business. At a time in which premiums continue to rise and policy coverage is more confusing and limited than ever before, we're proud to be your trusted guides. No gimmicks or surprises, just real protection at the best possible price. Personal, business, or bonds, will keep it simple and straightforward, just as we've always done. Chambers Insurance, helping you navigate today's insurance world. Learn more at chambersinsurance.com.
Coming out of the timeout, Peters Township will have the ball here with it's actually going to be a 2nd down and 7 from the 8 is what it should be. I don't think that's what the scoreboard reads. No, it's a 2nd down and 8 from the 9, but I think it's more like 2nd down and 7 from the 8. DeLucia parks out the signals. Pitch now to New Paver. He's going to try to turn the corner left side, and he walks into the end zone for the touchdown. New Paver from 8 yards out extends that lead for Peters Township.
Toss sweep to New Paver going to the far sideline, and he scores standing up. Nobody touched him. Good job on the left side, sealing everybody down inside, and they made that look easy.
Coming in for the extra point attempt will be Maiello. DeLucia to hold. Snap is good. Hold is good. The kick is up, and the kick is good. 1:32 to go here in the first half. It is 21-7 now in favor of Peters Township here on the WJPA Sports Network, presented by CNX Foundation.
Get started on fall construction projects. Call Green Valley Contractors at 84. Cover your deck or porch with a new roof. Put an addition on your garage. Turn your basement into a man cave for football season, or redo your kitchen and bathrooms. Green Valley Contractors use the finest materials and superior craftsmanship for a finished job you'll love. Green Valley Contractors, online at buildwithgvc.com. That's buildwithgvc.com, PA 162147.
You deserve a bank that lifts up your business, that shares your spirits and your taste for success. At Washington Financial, we pride ourselves on crafting solutions that are as one of a kind as your business is. Go with the bank that gets you. Washington Financial Bank.
Wingfield on the return for Canon-Mac up over the 20 and maybe to the 25, and we'll see where they spot the football, but there is a flag on the play as well. So
I think that Wingfield did a nice job that time. I think the return was set up to the right side. He caught the ball on the near side of the hash marks instead of trying to get to the right side. He just brought it up the side that he was at, getting as much as he could. A holding call, take it back 10 yards from where he was tackled.
Operator, please reset the clock. 20. 1-0.
So with 1:20 to go before the half, Canon-Mac will have the ball at the 19-yard line. That's where they'll start here. First down and 10, trailing 21-7. Peters Township has won each of the last 2 meetings between these two teams, but Canon-Mac did win 3 years ago. Dropping back is Jansma, throws one and nearly intercepted into the hands of James Spratt, but he couldn't squeeze it, and it just goes to the incomplete pass.
Canon-McMillan lucky on that. A little turnout route by the inside receiver, and Spratt was right on his hip and got his hands on the football, just unable to bring it in. Good coverage that time.
Second down and 10. 2 receivers to the right side here for Ty Jansma. The Big Mac quarterback takes the snap, throws right side, got a man that Cimaroli complete over the 25-yard line. Still on his feet, he'll get the first down across the 30 and out of bounds to stop the clock.
Good throw to the far side, good route.
31-yard line looks like where they're going to spot the football with 1:10 on the clock.
Again, nothing down the field that time, but enough for the first down. Got to try to get one down the field pretty soon.
Big Macs do get the kickoff to start the second half as well. Getting points on the board here could be huge. Jansma drops back to throw. Surveys, looks over the middle, throws low, incomplete to Cimaroli. It'll be second down.
Cimaroli really didn't have a chance on that one. It was low and a little bit behind him, but he was in the middle of 3 red jerseys. And I think Jasmine did a good job in terms of throwing the ball where only he could catch it.
Yeah, right. Second down and 10 from the 31. Here's Jansman, and we get a flag flying here. It's going to be offside against the defense, which begs to question why did they stop the play, but they call encroachment, 5-yard penalty.
It doesn't happen too often with a safety.
No. Second down and 5. Ball is the 36-yard line.
He was locked up on a receiver in the neutral zone.
Little fake here. Jansman rolls to his right, throws on the run. Complete near the stick. Going to be a little short, it looks like. And on the catch, that's going to be Sabatucci to set up a third down and short.
Jasmine rolled to his right, far side. Sabatucci turned out at the right, got at the first down stick, picks up the first down. Clock moving.
And now dumping this off incomplete is Jansma on second down. He actually gave the, that was on first down. They actually gave that first down. I thought it was a little bit short. Now there's going to be a unsportsmanlike conduct against the defense. That's going to give Canon-Mac not only an automatic first down, but a big chunk of field position here as well, as that's going to put them inside the 45-yard line of Peters Township.
Peters Township defensively just picked the ball up and fired it down the field.
After the penalty, 1st and 10, Canon-McMillan from the Peters Township 44-yard line.
So at the 44, now a chance for Canon-Mac with 33 seconds on the clock. Jansma takes the snap, drops back, whistles sound once again.
This is against the offense.
Yep.
Defense number 8, 5-yard penalty.
That'll make it 1st and 15 as they'll take it back to the 49.
Raider, please reset the clock for 33 seconds. 33.
Tough to get the ball down the field on this Peters Township defense. Can be done, but you got 5 under. Probably a free safety.
Jansma draws back to throw. Throwing down the middle. Sabatucci comes back to it. TJ Sabatucci with the catch. Near the 20-yard line. Came back to the ball. It'll be a first down. Of course, the clock stops until they get the ball spotted.
First down, Canon-McMillan.
Yep.
At the Peters Township 21.
And they'll have it at the 21-yard line.
This is all self-inflicted by Peters. That penalty hurt him.
Now, hold on. A flag is on the play. It's going to be an illegal man downfield against Canon-Mac. Both teams had already gone to the new spot at the 21-yard line, and now they're going to back them up. And the Canon-Mac fans don't like it. That call came well after the play. They call the illegal man downfield.
They must have had a receiver covered. One of the receivers was covered on the outside.
Because they put it now all the way back to the Canon-Mac 48-yard line. Still first down, but boy, a big difference. And now the clock inside 20 seconds to go. Canon-Mac had the ball at the 21, had that play stood. Jansma going to roll. Throwing, incomplete. The only man over there was Peters Township's Reston Lehman. It's well over his head, incomplete, and now we're winding down to 8 seconds to go in the half.
Second down and long.
throw this one up and hope your Sabatucci can come down with it. You're going to see a prevent defense here by Peters Township. They're going to be deep. Don't let the receiver behind you. And they might put a little pressure on the quarterback here.
Jansma going to take the snap. Looking to throw downfield. Throws, but even if that ball's caught,
and it wasn't,
and it was incomplete, skipped in there.
1 second left.
Wingfield was the intended man. So you got 1 second, one play.
Again, it's a drop back. He rolled to his right, pressure from the near side. Tried to get the ball about 10 yards down the field and just skipped it into the receiver.
Jansma from the shotgun. Take the snap. Wants to throw it as far as he can downfield. And into coverage, it's incomplete near the 30-yard line. That is going to do it for the first half.
What's halftime?
Peters Township heading to the locker room with a 21-7 lead here over the Big Macs of Canon-Mac. Stick around. We'll have a news update for you from WJPA Radio. And we'll do that for you when we return here on the WJPA Sports Network, presented by CNX Foundation.
My dream field has a scoreboard with a giant TV.
My dream field has dugouts for our mascot to dance on.
My dream field has lights to play at night. And a duck pond.
CNX is making dream fields come true by donating millions of dollars throughout Appalachia. Nominate your field at cnx.com/dreamfields.
Any insurance agent can sell you a policy. At RTI Insurance Services, we're going to sell you what you need. As a family-owned independent agency, RTI Insurance Services will provide you with multiple solutions for your personal and business coverages. We're proud to support area athletes, families, and communities, and we'd love to help you too. RTI Insurance Services in South Point. Online at trustrti.com.
This is Mark Baer from Bud Bear Subaru. It's time for the Subaru A Lot to Love event. We've got a tremendous selection of new 2025 Subaru Outbacks in stock. This month, rates are as low as 0.9%. Come on up and drive one home today.
0.9% APR financing for 36 months for well-qualified applicants subject to credit approval. Monthly payment of $28.16 for every $1,000 financed. Cannot be combined with any other offer. Must take retail delivery from dealer stock by 9/2/25.
BudBearSubaru.com.
Friday Night Lights brings our communities together, but too many families in Washington County are being torn apart by opioid addiction. I'm County Commissioner Nick Sherman, and I want you to know you're not alone. Help is here. If you or someone you love is struggling, call our confidential hotline today at 724-228-1234. Together we can fight addiction and build a strong future for Washington County. 724-228-1234.
Good evening. I'm Lynn Manning with your WJPA halftime report. We're at 82 degrees right now. Overnight temperatures dropping off into the low to mid 60s. And then tomorrow and Sunday, not too bad, but we do have to throw in a chance of showers and storms each day. We'll take a complete look at that forecast coming up.
Increasingly authoritarian regime of Trump, and Congress and Rockefeller's loyalty to this authoritarian regime. Thank you.
Protesters gathered in downtown Washington earlier this afternoon for a Where's Guy rally in front of Republican U.S. Representative Guy Reschenthaler's office, who represents Pennsylvania's 14th congressional district. Organizer of the event, Sharon Laffey, says she wants him to talk to the people, and she believes that his only interest is President Donald Trump.
Guy Rushenthaler does nothing but try to prove his loyalty to Donald Trump. He does it over and over again. He speaks in this language that is hyperbolic about how wonderful Donald Trump is. He goes on Fox News exclusively. He says the one big beautiful bill is good for Pennsylvania, and it's not.
Laffey says she's been trying for the past 6 years to get Rushenthaler in front of his constituents, but he has never held a town hall. Police in Pittsburgh say they have identified a person of interest following reports of multiple sexual assaults on the north side. In an update on their Facebook page, police said the assaults occurred in the area of East Ohio Street in the early morning hours between 1 and 3 over the past 2.5 months. Now, detectives said they've been made aware that there may be other victims in that same area who have not reported the assaults. Police are asking for anyone who may have encountered the suspect to call them with the information. The name of the person of interest has not yet been disclosed, and police say they are still conducting an active investigation. There's some changes on the way for Canon-Mac students this year. WJPA's Cheyenne Snyder has details.
For the 2025-2026 school year, the district will add a department head for family and consumer science. The new position will oversee programs at the middle and high school level. According to the district superintendent, Dr. Turano, both the assistant to the superintendent and curriculum director for grades 7 through 12 and the high school principal advocated for the new role.
It's one of the areas that we did not have a department head, so Dr. Crowley and Ms. Taylor worked together at the high school, advocated for that position because we have family consumer science both at middle school and high school, so that person will help coordinate efforts from 7 to 12.
Also accepted was a $50,000 donation from Eugene Reichenbischer in memory of former Wallenville elementary teacher Marion Mescher-Rose, who taught in the 1960s and 70s. That donation will support the Wallenville Elementary School project. For WJPA News, I'm Cheyenne Snyder.
Well, in addition to turning over thousands of Jeffrey Epstein documents to the House Oversight Committee, the Justice Department has now released the transcripts and recordings of 2 days' worth of Ghislaine Maxwell's conversations with the department.
I'm Ghislaine Maxwell. The recordings have the convicted sex trafficker insisting to the Deputy Attorney General that she knows of no catalog of Jeffrey Epstein's clients. There is no list. Maxwell also told Todd Blanche she knows of no blackmail scheme or of any abuse of teenage girls by any of Epstein's high-profile associates. She had this to say about President Trump.
In the times that I was with him, he was a gentleman in all respects.
Following this interview, for which she was granted limited immunity, Maxwell was moved from a low-security prison in Florida to a minimum-security prison camp in Texas. Stephen Portnoy, ABC News, Washington.
And it's the weekend. Let's find out what's going on.
ABC Entertainment News.
The weekend has finally arrived, and with it comes some new movies and TV shows to put on your watch list. Netflix is bringing its summer smash hit K-pop Demon Hunters to theaters for a limited run of sing-along screenings. The animated musical debuted on the platform back in June and is already the second most watched movie ever on Netflix.
What were you expecting? Paradise?
There's also Eden, a new thriller based on the true story of European settlers who moved to a remote island in the Galapagos. Director Ron Howard tells ABC Audio he hopes people make the trip to the theaters.
But then talk about it and get online, because it's wild. It's who these people were, where they came from. You know, we couldn't pack it all into one story.
And streaming on HBO Max, you can catch Season 2 of Peacemaker, the DC superhero show starring John Cena. Mike Dubusky, ABC News.
Hi, I'm Nick Jaganis, your Allstate insurance agent in McMurray. You've worked hard all your life to provide a nice home for your family. Maybe the insurance that you had 5 years ago is not appropriate for your life today. Call me for a review of your current coverages and we'll see if we can help you. Allstate has some unique ways to keep your insurance costs down. Give me a call so we can discuss proper protection, the best price, and most of all, personal service. 724-942-1234 or send me an email at nickg@allstate.com.
Orthodontics isn't just for children. Orthodontics is for everyone. Choose Good Orthodontics. Doctors Bob and Ron Good and Dr. Cullen Doyle are board-certified specialists in orthodontics and facial orthopedics. Good Orthodontics has offices in Mount Lebanon, Washington, and Pleasant Hills. See all the good a simple smile can do. Call Good Orthodontics 412-655-4660. Excellence is a good choice. Choose Good Orthodontics.
At Slovenian Savings and Loan, they understand you want convenience. That's why their mobile banking app allows you to bank from anywhere, anytime. They also know there's no substitute for personal, one-on-one service from someone who cares about you and your family. Founded on honesty, integrity, and trust in 1925, and that will never change. Big enough to serve, small enough to care. Slovenian Savings and Loan on Boone Avenue in Strabane. SlovenianSavingsandLoan.com. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Start strong and stay local. CCBC's Washington County College Center gives you the edge to get ahead. High school students can learn to fly before they drive with our Aviation Academy. If helping others is what you do, let us help you. Advance from LPN to RN and open new doors in your healthcare career. Or get ahead in college by earning general education credits. No matter your path, we're here to help you move forward. Learn more at ccbcwashington.com.
Welcome back here to Peters Township. May have more technical issues. Not sure what's going on. Do you have us? Well, let's just hope we have us back at the studio here, Bill. I'm Jason Tennant alongside Bill Duquette. All kinds of technical problems here this evening at Peters Township. But the Peters Township offense looked okay. 21-7 in their first contest here, week 0 action. Canon-Mac did get on the scoreboard after falling down 14-0 and actually had a chance there, Bill. Barring a penalty, they could have had the ball at the Peters Township 20-yard line and a chance to maybe score to draw awful closer before half, but that penalty drove them back, and they had to settle for the 7 points and a half.
Yeah, I think the penalty basically was a wide receiver covering an inside receiver that he was over top of, and obviously you have to call that. But those are the things you have to work out. You have to go through. Practice speed and game speed make a big difference.
Yeah.
There is a big difference. And when you get in the game, sometimes you forget the little details early in the season that you remember later in the season. And this game is one of those games where you got to work out the kinks, but you like to have those kinks worked out before you get on the field playing a regular game.
Yeah, absolutely. We talked about our pregame didn't really happen tonight because of some of our technical issues. Did want to touch on the circumstance around the Canon-Mac. We did mention it a little bit during that first half, but of course, different circumstances for this Canon-Mac team this season as Coach Mike Evans on a medical sabbatical, fighting cancer, and certainly our thoughts and prayers are with him as he looks to make a full recovery and hopefully be back on the sideline again next year. But he calls up, head coach Brian DeLala, who comes in and serving as interim head coach for Canon-Mac this season, and had been on the Canon-Mac staff a couple of years ago. Now at the helm, doing his friend a solid here, as are of course always thinking about Mike Evans as well.
No question, and Mike's been a big part of this Canon-McMillan program ever since he was hired. Obviously, they were not as successful before he was there as they have been since he was here. Now, if you would ask him how successful is successful, he would say they're not there yet.
Right. Yeah.
They just haven't done the things they needed to do to get there, but they're more competitive now, and they really do a nice job. But it's got to be real hard for Mike to sit on the sidelines. Can't even, he can come to the games, but he can't get to practice. He can't be around the kids. And as being an ex-coach, that's one of the reasons you stay in coaching, is so that you can get around the kids because you enjoy learning, you enjoy teaching, and you just enjoy being around them. And that's part of the rehab should be being around them.
Right.
But obviously it's not.
Some scores to pass along. We have several scores to pass along. First of all, let's take a look at the schedule from the Washington-Greene County area happening here on week 0. Brownsville's playing Bentworth tonight. California at Sarah Catholic. Chartiers, Houston at Jefferson Morgan. Fort Cherry at Northgate. Mapletown at Vela. West Green is at Waynesburg. McGuffey at Wash High. Monessen at Charleroi. Moon at Trinity. And Ringgold at South Allegheny. There's also a game tomorrow. Beth Center at Riverview. That game starting at noon. But some scores to pass along. Latest scores that we have. Now, some of these may be at halftime now. Latest score we have from Jefferson Morgan, Chartiers, Houston, 12-7. That was a second quarter score. Monessen and Charleroi, that was a halftime score we have. Monessen 24-0 over Charleroi at the half. Some other scores from around the area, not necessarily the Washington-Greene area, but Bethel Park leading Seneca Valley 21-6 in the second. Amani Christian up over Clear 13-6. Halftime score, Newcastle over Penn Hills 6-0. North Catholic 41-7 over Seton LaSalle. Hempfield 14-7 at the half over North Hills. I think you had said you saw a score where North Allegheny was trailing, right? Or were they leading?
North Allegheny beat Woodland Hills earlier this evening, 28-26.
It's already a final?
Yes. They're in that jamboree up at Woodland Hills.
I got you. Thank you. Yeah, that's right. Avella leading Mapletown at the end of 1. Last score we had there was 13-0. South Fayette 21-7 over Chartiers Valley. Moon and Trinity at one point were tied 7-7. And we thank Bill Chapo for passing those scores along to us as we continue here halftime at Peters Township. We're going to step aside. I'm going to try to iron out one more technical difficulty, hopefully, back at the studio. And we'll be back here to Peters Township with more on the WJPA Sports Network presented by CNX Foundation.
In sports and in life, accidents happen, and sometimes people get hurt. The doctors at Advanced Orthopedics and Rehabilitation specialize in orthopedic surgery, joint replacement, foot and ankle reconstruction, hand and upper extremity surgery, sports medicine and rehabilitation, and game time medical services. With main offices near Wild Things Park and offices in Waynesburg, Charleroi, McMurray, and on Vanadium Road near St. Clair Hospital, you can count on Advanced Orthopedics and Rehabilitation.
Radio and TV today are cluttered with ads for car insurance. You might find these ads clever, funny, or even annoying. Hi, I'm Scott Day from the Day Insurance Agency. We like to keep things simple. We will give you the best possible coverage at the best possible price with great hometown service without all those gimmicks. Call us to get a free no-obligation quote with Erie Insurance. You might be surprised how much you can save. That's the Day Insurance Agency, 724-228-3448, or online at dayinsurance.com.
This is Coach Guy Montecalvo for the Washington-Greene County chapter of the Pennsylvania Sports Hall of Fame, sending along best wishes to all of our local baseball and softball playoff teams. Our annual banquet, Sunday, June 9th, will honor 12 new inductees, plus the 1994 McGuffey football team of yesteryear and a number of special honorees. Tickets are available but must be purchased in the next few days. Log on now to join the celebration. washgreensportshall.org.
Hemlock Homes makes your dreams come true. Why build a box home that doesn't reflect your lifestyle and desires? Hemlock Homes brings your vision to life because you're involved in every decision: design, floor plans, materials, and finishes. If you have a lot and a dream, Hemlock Homes will make it happen. Hemlock Homes, quality workmanship and personal service. Call 412-444-5008. That's 412-444-5008.
I'm Evan Chambers of Chambers Insurance Agency. You can't turn on the TV or scroll through social media without being bombarded by insurance commercials. They're everywhere, even on the radio. Low rates, big savings. We'll insure your pet iguana. Okay, maybe not the iguana. Sadly, many times you're not saving money, you're just getting your coverage slashed. By the time there's a claim, it's too late to see you've been duped. At Chambers Insurance, our goal is to improve your coverage and get you savings. We're local, family-owned, and we'll work with you to find the right coverage. Chambers Insurance, since 1953.
Welcome back here to Peters Township. Jason Tennant alongside Bill Duquette. Big thank you to our crew here with Brandon Bennett running the controls and Luke Andrusick and Benny DeFalco on the cameras tonight. We want to thank our producers back at the studio, too. WJPA is Bill Chapo and Terry Hasler. They've been having to pull off things that are not normally we don't need them to do back there, but we're trying to to bring you the audio as best we can here on WJPA FM as well. I want to point out that another stream here on WJPA Sports Network, I'm assuming is working a lot better than ours. McGuffey at Wash High, Bob Gregg on the call there. And we also have coverage on, of course, greensports.net of West Green at Waynesburg. So a busy week 0 here of streaming, and we're just getting started, of course. It always sneaks up on you. It gets here early, that week 0, and then before you know it, you're into the football playoffs. I mean, it all happens pretty fast.
Yeah, those playoffs come around real quick.
And
It's still warm out.
Yeah, and the thing about a week 0 is you're playing games that are non-conference games. Obviously, they're not going to have any bearing on the postseason necessarily. You're going to be able to try to kind of play through some things, and a lot of these teams actually don't start a conference schedule 3 or 4 weeks into the season, so you almost have a preseason to get into that conference schedule, because that's really what matters when it comes to the playoff standings.
Well, that's what exactly the week 0 took the place of the second scrimmage.
Yeah. And so take a look at we didn't even take a look at this either, the layouts of these conferences. The 6A Quad County Conference, that's where Canon-Mac resides, with Central Catholic, Hempfield, Mount Lebanon, North Allegheny, Norwin, and Seneca Valley. And it's been the case that 6A conferences have been very small in the past couple of years. But in this instance, the conference that Canon-Mac plays in actually has more teams than the conference that Peters Township plays in. They're in 5A Allegheny 6. They're in with Baldwin, Bethel Park, Moon, South Fayette, and Upper St. Clair. And in fact, Canon-Mac will play at Upper St. Clair in their week 1 matchup next week. For Peters Township, they travel to McKeesport for action next week, and that will be week 1 of the high school football season.
That'll be a big test for Peters and McKeesport. Should be a good football game.
Well, the two teams are out here getting their final warm-ups in once again here as we get set for second half action. Canon-Mac is going to receive the opening kick. They deferred after winning the coin toss, and will be receiving the second half kick. And we talked about that getting toward the end of the half, where Canon-Mac had a chance to maybe double up in scoring had they been able to complete that drive. Had a big play, looked like there was going to be a chance for the Big Macs to punch it in before the half, but a penalty thwarted that effort. So now the Big Macs still down 14. Will get the ball first here in the second half.
Well, at least they get the ball. They do something with it. They can put some pressure on Peters Township. I think that first 6 minutes of the third quarter are going to tell the tale for this football game.
We'll step aside. Kickoff of the second half is coming your way here momentarily on the WJPA Sports Network, presented by CNX Foundation.
Get started on fall construction projects. Call Green Valley Contractors at 84. Cover your deck or porch with a new roof. Put an addition on your garage. Turn your basement into a man cave for football season, or redo your kitchen and bathrooms. Green Valley Contractors use the finest materials and superior craftsmanship for a finished job you'll love. Green Valley Contractors, online at buildwithgvc.com. That's buildwithgvc.com. PA 162147.
You deserve a bank that brings fresh ideas to your business. One that can see you're a cut above and knows you like you know your customers. At Washington Financial, we pride ourselves on preparing personalized solutions, ones that cater to the unique needs of your business. Go with the bank that gets you. Washington Financial Bank.
My dream field has a scoreboard with a giant TV.
My dream field has dugouts for our mascot to dance on.
My dream field has lights to play at night. And a duck pond.
CNX is making dream fields come true by donating millions of dollars throughout Appalachia. Nominate your field at cnx.com/dreamfields.
Canon-Mac to receive the opening kick of the second half. Welcome you in on the video stream. Of course, also streaming live on the NFHS network as well.
Get
a 50-50 ticket, Bill?
I was here too early.
Well, that's true.
They weren't selling them, and I was up here watching you try to fix everything. That was more entertaining than winning the lottery.
Well, try is the key word there. Didn't succeed, but we tried.
One more time. I'm coming later next week. I don't know.
Get a 50. Well, maybe we should all come later. I got here too early that I thought everything would just be smooth. Definitely did not happen that way. Back to return is looks like Cimaroli again alongside Wingfield. And the kick is away. It's going to go Wingfield's side here to the near side. He fields it at about the 7-yard line. Reverses field to the far side. Tries to turn the corner there. Got up over the 20-yard line. Stays in bounds. And now forced out near the 35.
The good speed by Wingfield. I think what ended up happening is that Peters Township coverage team kind of underestimated how fast he was trying to get to the far sideline and really did not take a very good pursuit angle to get him, and they lost a little bit of contain. But they're going to mark the ball at about the 25-yard line, so he went out of bounds.
It's 25 It's first down and 10 here for the Big Macs. They'll spot it right at the 25. So apparently stepped out of bounds a little earlier than we thought over there on the far sideline. Todd Jansma, the quarterback. Takes the snap. And a give. I believe that's Collins breaking through a hole. And up over the 35-yard line, he'll have the first down. Bryce Collins.
He was real close to making that a real big gain. He ran a little inside zone play, and he split the inside three people, got to the second level, and almost broke that for a real big gain.
First down and 10. Ball spotted at the 37-yard line. Schmeltz on the far side, split wide. And here to the near side, it is Campoli, receiver for Canon-Mac. Little motion there. Now Jansma rolling out, looking to throw here to the near side, looking for Campoli, but well covered and overthrown. Coverage there by Jeremy Poletti.
And the pass is incomplete. Campoli running it out, up. Off the play action, little bootleg action by Jansma, and he let that ball go real early, trying to let him run under it, but good coverage on the part of the corner, and falls incomplete.
Bring up second down and 10. Collins in the backfield with Jansma. Here's the shotgun snap and a handoff to Collins, but nowhere to go. Back to the line of scrimmage for no gain. Going to set up third down and 10 here for the Big Macs.
There were no red jerseys that moved off the line of scrimmage that time.
No.
Top by 57, Brady O'Connor.
He ran right into the back of the whole right side of the offensive line for Canon-McMillan. There was no running room at all. Third down.
Ball spotted at the 37-yard line. And a third down 10 here for the Big Macs. Sabatucci in motion. And now the snap to Jansma. Drops back. Steps up. Throws. Incomplete. Off the hands of Cimaroli. And now a late flag coming in on the play.
And the pass is incomplete. Flag on the play. Sideline warning. On the defense.
Oh, it's a
fourth down.
Sideline warning. So play will stand as an incomplete pass. Will be fourth down in a punting situation for Canon-Mac.
TJ Plack has to get his get back coach.
Yeah.
To start doing his job. You always have one guy designated on the sideline to make sure that players get back off of that white area.
Brian Schmeltz into punt for Canon-Mac. This kick is away. And Ross with the return, but not much room to go there.
Great coverage.
Ross at 2 yards.
Great coverage, good punt, good hang time, good execution by Canon-Mac.
33-yard line.
Ball to 33 for Peters Township. They lead 21-7 as we see their first possession here of the second half.
Just FYI for radio listeners, Peters Township is going to left to right as we look at them.
Yes. Assuming anybody can hear us on the radio tonight. They might be making a big assumption. We just lost our replay, according to Brandon, so even that's not working now. We're limping to the finish line is what we're doing, Bill. Limping to the finish line.
At least we don't have a 25-second clock to beat.
DeLucia hands it off. That's Newpaver on the carry. And
no movement there. Little run inside, little inside zone play. And again, as has happened with Peters Township defensively before, Canon-McMillan answers the call, and no movement at all by the Peters Township offensive line.
Did give a
second and long.
Yeah, did give a slight forward progress advantage, less than a yard, but it will be second and call it 9, a long 9. DeLucia from the shotgun takes the snap, fakes a handoff, throws. That's going to be complete. And that is Paletti on the catch across the field and near the 40-yard line for a gain of about 6.
And Walton.
Pretty easy read for DeLucia. Multiple receivers to the near side, single receiver to the far side. He got single coverage on the far side, ends up throwing a little hitch route. Gets half the yardage, 3rd down and 3.
Ball spotted right at the 40, 3rd down 3.
Single coverage over here to the near side.
Dropping back as DeLucia steps up, now throws downfield. Looking there once again for Paletti. Looked like he had a chance at it, but great coverage by Canon-Mac, and Matthew Hinch on the coverage did a fine job.
Did a
Matthew
great
Hirsch.
job. Ball well thrown.
Brings on 4th down.
But defender makes a nice play, gets his hand in there, knocks the ball away.
4th down and 3, and Peters Township looks as if they are going to punt here. That is Lehman going to handle the punting duties, but not until we have a flag down here. It was just a whistle. It is an illegal substitution.
Oh, geez, that's going to be,
that's going to be a first down as the call goes against Canon-Mac. It would have been 4th and 3. Looked like Peters was going to punt. Now they have a first down at their own 45 after the penalty. Wow. Got a halftime score. Penn Trafford leading Norwin 20-10 at the break.
That's a big penalty there. It's a first down that Peters Township didn't earn.
Just give it away?
And Canon-McMillan just gives away.
So DeLucia now from the shotgun, sends a man in motion, hands it off to Newpaver. Newpaver finds some running room left side, turns the corner, and down the sideline he goes. Did he stay in bounds? They're going to say no. He stepped out there somewhere around the 30, I think. It's going to be still a nice gain for Newpaver, down to about the 30-yard line. Big first down for Peters Township.
He's got some foot speed. He really turned it. When he turned the corner, he lit it up and down the sideline.
They're going to rule him out of bounds at a 29. And we have an injured Peters Township Indian on the field.
They first looked at it like it was a cramp. Trying to figure out who it is. 57.
Injured player is Brady O'Connor. Brady O'Connor, he'll limp off under his own power. And Peters Township will have a first down and 10 at the 29 of Canon-Mac.
After the Newpaver run, first down, Peters Township.
Radio Connor, 6'2", 250. Junior. Might be cramps.
DeLucia sends a man in motion. Takes the snap. Give to Newpaver. And he finds a hole. Newpaver near the 20-yard line. Good gain. Going to be right near the lead stick. Maybe a little short. Be second and short.
Tell you what, he just took the football, came to the near side. When he saw a seam, he just put his foot in the ground and got up the field. Just a nice run inside.
Still over 8 minutes to go here, third quarter. 21-7. Peters Township looking for more. Now a throw from DeLucia. He's got a man complete for the touchdown, and that is Lucas Shanafelt all alone for the touchdown catch.
Little shallow, quick post from the near side, and ends up hitting him right on the numbers.
20-yard touchdown pass from DeLucia to Shanafelt, and Peters Township now leads at 27-7 with an extra point still to come.
The way things are going tonight, I would have maybe held off on that celebration that they had with the lights. They did.
I don't think they did that yet until this one, right? They probably didn't have that working until now either.
Lights and had the spotlights on the field.
Maiello's kick is up and good.
Going, oh man, those lights aren't coming back on.
Maiello's kick is up and good, and it's 28-7 now in favor of Peters Township. 8:06 to play here on the WJPA Sports Network, presented by CNX Foundation.
Any insurance agent can sell you a policy. At RTI Insurance Services, we're going to sell you what you need. As a family-owned independent agency, RTI Insurance Services will provide you with multiple solutions for your personal and business coverages. We're proud to support area athletes, families, and communities, and we'd love to help you too. RTI Insurance Services in South Point. Online at trustrti.com.
Hi, this is Mark Bear from Bud Bear Mazda. It's time for the Mazda More to Move You Summer Event. We have a great selection of new 2025 Mazda CX-50s. We have 1.9% financing on those up to 60 months.
1.9% financing with approved credit for very well-qualified customers through Mazda Financial Services. $17.48 per month per $1,000 financed. Tax, title, license, and other fees may apply. Offer ends 9/2/25.
BudBearMazda.com.
Bud Bear.
And we have an injured player from Canon-Mac on the kickoff that was. Did it go out of bounds there, Bill?
No, it was a line drive right down the middle of the field, and right in between two deep return people who decided neither one of them wanted to field.
Just let it go. Looks like more cramps here for Canon-Mac. They try to work through the injured player here. We may have just a little note back at our studio there to Terry. I don't know if you were able to get to the YouTube audio. I think I may have got the audio back on the other feed. It has been one of those nights, folks. And that's the second time we've seen Canon-Mac's Luke Zahada have to be tended to for cramping issues. So after the touchback, Canon-Mac gets the ball at the 20-yard line.
You know, the sad part about that is that I remember getting cramps when I was running and it was hot out. I get them now when I get out of bed.
So Jansma awaiting the snap here. Canon-Mac again down 28-7. Fake handoff. He throws complete and a first down catch for Ethan Campoli up over the 30-yard line.
Good tackle by the free safety on the outcut. He made the first man miss. Made the corner miss and ends up making pretty good yardage on a little quick throw.
31-yard line, 1st and 10 here for the Big Macs.
Every year.
Snap to Jansma. Throwing out here, finds Campoli on the opposite side now, trying to break a tackle at the 45. He is brought down, but another first down catch for Campoli.
Oh, there's another cramp right there in front of us.
That was the tackler.
Yep.
And we can't see who it is because of that blue tent that is blocking our view. I noticed when they were putting that tent up, I'm like, we're going to have a blind spot tonight. It's going to be right there, not only for us here in the press box, for our cameras. It's just going to be if that was backed up a little bit on the track, we wouldn't have that
between
issue.
A 48 and a 38.
Yeah.
A 48 and a 43.
See Frank Volcano down there, athletic director of Canon-McMillan. And it looks like that was Shanafelt who made that tackle and was, or excuse me, not Shanafelt, that was Jeremy Paletti, who was slow to get up and now jogging off the field.
First down, 45-yard line.
So the Big Macs now at the 45-yard line after 2 first down completions in a row. Both of them Jansma to Campoli. Clock now winds just over 7 minutes to play in this third quarter. Jansma takes the snap. Pump fake. Now going to throw near side downfield. Looking for Campoli a third time in a row. Some contact here on the sideline, but throw was well overthrown and no flag.
Ball was overthrown and good defense by Peters Township. He got in front of the route, and the receiver really had no way to get to the football.
That's P.J. Luke in coverage for Peters Township.
The normal circumstances, by normal, I mean back in the day, you'd throw a couple outs before you threw that out and up, and Canon-McMillan has thrown that out and up 3 times tonight and never has thrown to that side, to that receiver, an out cut to bring the defender up.
Met in the backfield here, the ball carrier didn't catch the number right away. That might have been Calgaro on the carry. It was indeed. Calgaro, very short yardage, less than a yard.
Stopped by Reston Lehman.
Tried to get that ball to the near side with an underneath handoff and not a whole lot of running room.
So 3rd down 9. Mac started this drive with some promise. Back-to-back first downs, now facing 3rd and long. Here from their own 46-yard line. Jansma going to throw. It's Campoli again. He makes a man miss who fell down, and Campoli down the sideline. One man to beat. It's New Paver, and he'll bust his way through to the end zone. Touchdown, Ethan Campoli and the Big Macs.
What a great throw and a good catch. And the receiver was one-on-one with the corner, and the corner came up to make the tackle and basically fell down, never laid a hand on the receiver, and he runs right down the sideline for the score.
54-yard touchdown pass from Jansma to Campoli. That cuts the lead to 28-13, and we have yet another slow-to-get-up player, and that is New Paver, who was the only man who had a chance to bring down Campoli. Campoli broke through that as well, and now New Paver is being looked at right near the 5-yard line. A lot of stoppages in play here for the training staff to do their job, and didn't have far to get off the field, just a couple of steps, and New Paver
that
is
may
on
hurt
his
them
feet.
a little bit offensively. If
Absolutely.
New Paver's little nicked up, even with a cramp, not going to be able to start and stop as well as he was until that works its way out.
Reese Manson for the kick. Trying to cut this to a 14-point deficit. The kick is up, and that kick is good. So Mentz with the kick makes it 28-14 with 5:58 to play in the third quarter here on the WJPA Sports Network, presented by CNX Foundation.
Friday Night Lights brings our communities together, but too many families in Washington County are being torn apart by opioid addiction. I'm County Commissioner Nick Sherman, and I want you to know you're not alone. Help is here. If you or someone you love is struggling, call our confidential hotline today at 724-228-1234. Together we can fight addiction and build a strong future for Washington County. 724-228-1234.
Hi, I'm Nick Jaganis, your Allstate Insurance Agent in McMurray. You've worked hard all your life to provide a nice home for your family. Maybe the insurance that you had 5 years ago is not appropriate for your life today. Call me for a review of your current coverages, and we'll see if we can help you. Allstate has some unique ways to keep your insurance costs down. Give me a call so we can discuss proper protection, the best price, and most of all, personal service. 724-942-1234 or send me an email at nickg@allstate.com.
Kick away from Mintz, and that is going to be into the end zone for the touchback. Peters Township once again going to start at the 20-yard line. After Canon-Mac cuts that lead back to 14. Same deficit they had at halftime. And now with just under 6 minutes to play in the third quarter.
One of the things that we just talked about, I said that Canon-McMillan has a great weapon in their kicker. You know, he can kick the ball 2 to 8 yards deep in the end zone on kickoffs. And my guess is his leg is pretty good on field goals as well.
Yeah.
I have not tried any, but they have a weapon that they can use.
Got to score. Jefferson Morgan leading Chartiers Houston 20-7 somewhere in the second half. And the ball carries Repepe for Peters Township. We saw New Paver, as you said, nicked up, and so now we have Repepe back in, carrying the football, and he picks up about 6 on first down.
Again, a little underneath handoff, moving to the near side, sees the seam, and gets up underneath.
Another
It's
update.
up 5 yards.
Moon and Trinity tied at 7 after 3. Second down and 4 from the 26-yard line. And in motion. And pass now to Repepe. A little screen pass, and Repepe is out for near a first down to the 31-yard line. It will be a first down.
He didn't have to throw that overhand. He could have just handed it to him.
He could have.
You know, it was about a 2-yard chunk. It's like you were just chucking a basketball to the guy that was right here.
It's Township.
You know, but it counts as a completion.
30-yard line.
Got some blocking. Got the first down. New set of downs.
31-yard line, first and 10 here for Peters Township. Lucia takes the snap, hands off again to Repepe. This time he won't get much. A little bit of forward progress, maybe a yard, depending on the spot. It'll be second down and long coming here for the Indians, and looks like we have another Big Mac slow to get up. This is turning into a theme. Well, that's going to be Sabatucci, and he's
that's the second time.
It's like he's trying to stretch out a cramp as well. Indeed, that appears to be the case.
Have to reevaluate how they're hydrating and
bananas, right? Aren't you supposed to eat bananas? Isn't that supposed to help?
Potassium's supposed to help a little bit, but I think water and a better diet other than McDonald's and fries. You know, which most high school kids would go to.
Yeah, right.
I don't know whether the quarterback clubs from both high schools are involved in the pregame meals or anything, you know, but normally when you get a pretty good meal before, you're okay, as long as you're drinking. It's when you're allowed to go out and grab something at 4 o'clock or 4:30 before you're playing a 7 o'clock game on your own. Usually it's fast food, and you're full and you're ready to go because you got the carbs. but it doesn't help with the heat.
Right. 2nd down and 9 when play resumes here from the 32-yard line. 4:26 to go, third quarter here at Peters Township's Confluence Financial Stadium. Lucia takes the snap, draws back, has time, throws, and that's complete. Shanafelt on the far side, just shy of midfield. First down, Peters Township.
Tell you what, DeLucia has been on the money all night. He has not thrown a bad ball that I can recall.
From its own 47-yard line.
47-yard line is the spot here on the Peters Township side of the 50-yard line, 1st and 10.
It was an out cut right on the Peters Township sideline. Had plenty of time to throw the football. He really has not been pressured all night. I think formations and motion have something to do with that.
Snap and a give to Repepe. Repepe just driving up the middle. Pick up about 5 yards on first down.
Just straight ahead blocking by the front 5 that time.
Say Fayetta on the stop there for Canon-Mac. It is just a 4-yard gain to the 49 of Canon-Mac, 2nd down 6.
Canon-McMillan's got to do something to knock them off their schedule here. And then they still have to defense what they're going to do on 3rd down, but they got to knock them off their schedule or come up with a big play defensively.
DeLucia takes the snap, a give to Repepe again. Met with resistance right at the line of scrimmage, falls forward, but only about a yard. It'll be 3rd down and 5 coming for the Indians.
Pregame, 3rd down and 5.
And we have another, injury timeout. This time coming to his feet on his own, and he'll be able to hobble off as Ryan Blinn, Canon-Mac.
2:38 left to go in the 3rd period. 28-14. Peters Township, and Peters Township driving with the football.
Third down and 5 from the Canon-Mac 48. 2 receivers to the left of DeLucia. Now sends a man in motion. That's Lehman. And he rolls to the far side. Looking now, cuts back the other way. Throwing on the run. He's got a man. That's Shanafelt. And he's got some room to the near sideline. 20. Cuts inside and is brought down around the 10. Another big gain for the Indians. DeLucia to Shanafelt down to the 10-yard line.
Shanafelt kind of all alone on the near sideline. The ball was designed to go down the far sideline, and DeLucia looked nowhere to throw the football, turned and looked to his right, and was able to find Shanafelt in the flat, and he takes the ball down.
They're going to call it the 11-yard line, and now we have Cimaroli down for Canon-Mac, and they're going to stretch him out. This has been and we got another guy down. We're going to stretch out 2 of them now. This has been an ongoing problem, particularly on the Big Mac side. There's been a few for Peters Township as well, but the Canon-Mac stoppages are pretty consistent here for cramping. And again, this is Cimaroli being tended to down around the 3-yard line. They spotted the ball at the 11, so here's Peters Township with yet another instance where they have a chance to get a first down without scoring a touchdown.
He's walking awful good for having a cramp. I'm just saying.
First down and 10 from the 11 when play resumes, and this has been a long 3rd quarter. Minute 43 remaining here in the 3rd.
Last time Peters was in this situation, they opted to run a toss sweep.
And DeLucia takes the snap. Throwing into the end zone, it's Shanafelt for the touchdown. Easy pitch and catch from DeLucia to Shanafelt. 11-yard touchdown pass. And that answers the score from Canon-Mac. Peters Township looking to go up again, 21 points.
Little drop, really a three-step drop and a little seam route by Shanafelt from the tight end position. Ball laid right on the hands. He makes the catch, goes through the goalpost for the score.
Extra point attempt here, and that kick is up and good. And again, answering the score from Canon-Mac, Peters Township now back in front by 21. It's 35-14 with 1:22 to play in the third quarter here on the WJPA Sports Network, presented by CNX Foundation.
Orthodontics isn't just for children. Orthodontics is for everyone. Choose good orthodontics. Doctors Bob and Ron Good and Dr. Cullen Doyle are board-certified specialists in orthodontics and facial orthopedics. Good Orthodontics has offices in Mount Lebanon, Washington, and Pleasant Hills. See all the good a simple smile can do. Call Good Orthodontics, 724-225-1114. Excellence is a good choice. Choose Good Orthodontics.
Slovenian Savings and Loan is here for your life, your future, and your dreams. While life's pace seems to get faster and faster, Slovenian Savings and Loan still stands by its traditional values of honesty, integrity, and building personal relationships. Enjoy all modern conveniences to make banking easy, combined with a down-to-earth, face-to-face way of doing business. Slovenian Savings and Loan on Boone Avenue in Strabane. Big enough to serve, small enough to care. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Kickoff fielded right at the goal line here for Canon-Mac and up over the 20-yard line. And now a flag comes in as well.
Now Lewis on the return.
I think that was
Flag on the play.
Yeah, Evan Lewis, Canon-Mac. Getting in there. He actually was standing in where Cimarroli has been the return man on that side, but we saw Cimarroli leave with a cramp on the last possession. Now that kick return going to be brought back a bit due to a penalty.
Going to be brought back about 10. So they're going to have him on the 10-yard line.
Long field for Canon-Mac, down 21 nearing the end of the third quarter.
Trying to figure out whether they got all their people out there.
Here's Jansma dropping back to pass, throws one complete here to Sabatucci. Beautiful ball thrown there right on the money. Newpaper was there in coverage as well, but probably the best pass we've seen, pass and completion for Canon-Mac with that Jansma to Sabatucci connection here on the near side.
That was well placed. That was a well-placed ball right over the defender to Sabatucci running the post corner. Did a nice job catching the football, and Jasma really playing well for his second year as a starter. You can see the difference and the improvement from last year.
You're going to be surprised. We had another player down with a cramp. And that's he was just down not long ago dealing with that. Ryan Blinn of Canon-Mac. So a little pause in the action again before we resume at the 31-yard line. Still over a minute to play in his third quarter. First down and 10 for the Big Macs at their own 31. James was trying to draw the defense offside there. Got somebody to move, but not across the line. And now give there not much running room at all for Calgaro. Mason Calgaro on the carry. A couple yards on the play, bring up 2nd and 8.
So isolation play that time off the right side. Nice tackle. I think it was Wortman. 5'9", 150-pound defensive back.
Second down and 8. And this ball is batted down. Shanafelt got in there to bat that ball away. Incomplete. Third down and 8.
That's why they like him on the edge. He's got range. He's got a little arm span. He can get up the field. He can run. He can cover.
There'll have to be one more play. That was an incomplete pass. Do we have another injury? Yes, we do. Another one being stretched out here on the near side. Hobbling to the sideline. I mean, this is Wingfield. I don't think we've seen him dealing with it yet. So there's been it's been widespread across the Canon-Mac roster for sure.
Just about everybody's going to be down with a stretched leg pretty soon. Don't mean to make light of it,
right?
But that's unusual to have that many kids go down.
Jansman back to throw. And overthrows his man looking for Cam Poley to his right, and that is going to be the final play of the third quarter. After 3, Peters Township 35, Canon-Mac 14 here on the WJPA Sports Network, presented by CNX Foundation.
Start strong and stay local. CCBC's Washington County College Center gives you the edge to get ahead. High school students can learn to fly before they drive with our Aviation Academy. If helping others is what you do, let us help you. Advance from LPN to RN and open new doors in your healthcare career. Or get ahead in college by earning general education credits. No matter your path, we're here to help you move forward. Learn more at ccbcwashington.com.
In sports and in life, accidents happen, and sometimes people get hurt. The doctors at Advanced Orthopedics and Rehabilitation specialize in orthopedic surgery, joint replacement, foot and ankle reconstruction, hand and upper extremity surgery, sports medicine and rehabilitation, and game time medical services. With main offices near Wild Things Park and offices in Waynesburg, Charleroi, McMurray, and on Vanadium Road near St. Clair Hospital, you can count on Advanced Orthopedics and Rehabilitation.
Welcome back here to Peters Township, where the Indians with a 21-point lead with 1 quarter to play here in Week 0 action. Ball spotted for Canon-Mac at their own 33-yard line. This will be a 4th down, so they'll open up this 4th quarter with a punt. Brian Schmeltz goes back to punt. Ross back deep for Peters Township. Good kick here by Schmeltz. Ross fields it on a fair catch to the 32-yard line, and Peters Township will start there.
Good punt that time.
33-yard line.
As I said before, this has been a relatively clean played first game. Normally, you see a lot more penalties, and most of the penalties that you see on a first game basis are illegal procedures, offsides, those types of things. And we've had penalties, so I mean we've had the penalties called, but so far pretty well played football game for 3 quarters.
Final score: Waynesburg defeats West Green 50-6. Put that one in the books. Green Sports had that broadcast, and we'll have Waynesburg next week at Jefferson Morgan as well. Man in motion here for Peters Township and a give. This is, I believe, Rapepi again in the backfield for the Indians.
Nice little seam for him to run into, and probably picks up about, 4, 3?
It was Rapepi for 3. 2nd down and 7.
And 3, 2nd down and 7.
And now we have a Peters Township player down. We may not get out of here tonight. Peters Township, number 56. That is Alex Klein being attended to. And I don't know that we've seen any injury stoppage that wasn't cramping. I think it's
not.
I think it's
not.
been the case every single time.
Yep.
So the ball at the 37-yard line. Second down and 7 for Peters Township as they come back to the line. Man in motion here, and DeLucia takes the snap. Hands it off to Rapepi again. Not much room there. Falls forward for a couple yards.
Just ran right into the arms of a couple white jerseys on the inside run, and not a whole lot of movement up front.
And 5.
Pick up a third down and actually a long 5.
I'm going to go out on a limb and say that DeLucia's going to throw the ball.
Pretty safe bet, I would assume. 10:35 to play here in regulation. DeLucia takes the snap. He's going to keep it. Flags fly. And now as he turns the corner, he tries to throw, but he throws it out of bounds, incomplete.
Delicious pass is incomplete.
Sort out the flag
It's
here.
going to be an illegal procedure call.
Like a little shift.
Illegal shift.
Yep.
On the offense. That penalty declined.
They'll decline it, and that'll bring up 4th down, and Peters Township should send in the punt team here. And they showed punt earlier, but a penalty gave them an automatic 1st down. And again, is Reston Lehman who goes back to line up to punt it away. Return man for Canon-Mac is Matthew Hirsch. Now we get a timeout taken by Canon-Mac, so we'll step aside. With 10:15 to play here in the ballgame, 35-14, Peters Township on the WJPA Sports Network presented by CNX Foundation.
Hi, I'm Scott Day from the Day Insurance Agency here in Washington. When was the last time you reviewed your homeowner's policy? In recent years, the price of homeowners insurance has gone up dramatically. In fact, some companies have raised their rates by as much as 35% in the last year. If you haven't reviewed your coverage lately, now is the time. You might be surprised at how much you can save. Call us at 724-228-3448. Visit us online at dayinsurance.com or stop by one of our offices in Washington or Hickory.
We have 4th down coming out of the timeout. A punting situation for Peters Township. Mentioned earlier is Hirsch back to return here for Canon-Mac. And Lehman going to kick it away for the Indians. Hirsch fields it about the 23-yard line, up over the 30, and has met with resistance around the 37-yard line. He'll be stopped there, and Canon-Mac will have 1st and 10 from that spot.
Little line drive kick down to the near numbers. Fields it, had a lot of room. Brings it right up to numbers on the near side.
Canon-McMillan.
Put the ball in about the 37-yard line.
.10:03 to play. Canon-Mac getting the ball back here. They trailed by 14 at the half. Fell down by 21 initially in this second half, but were able to get a touchdown of their own to cut it back to a 14-point deficit. Peters Township answered that with their possession before last, and now lead 35-14. Fake to Collins. Jansma throws it out to the far side. That's Campoli. Breaks a tackle. Campoli stays on his feet. Forced out of bounds in Peters Township territory, somewhere around the 40-yard line.
Hey, Jansman's got a nice arm.
1st down.
He's a real natural thrower. That time he was rolling a little bit to his left and got that ball down the field on the line. to give the receiver a chance to make a little move and shrug off the defender. And he picks up big yardage on first down, gives him another set of downs right away.
The 40-yard line is the spot, 1st and 10 here for the Big Macs. Fake a handoff to Collins. Now steps ahead of a few tacklers, and then puts the ball right there to Sabatucci on the far side, but through his hands, incomplete. Maybe a little high, but certainly a ball that could have been a big play for Canon-Mac.
Did a nice job that time, stepping up in the pocket, avoiding the rush of the outside linebackers. Both of them came up the field pretty hard. And he just got the ball a little bit too long, although, from here it looked like he made the catch, but just looked a little long.
Yeah. 2nd down and 10 here for Canon-Mac. Jansma barks out the signals. High snap, pulls it down, hands off to Collins, and nothing there. Collins driven backwards in the backfield.
Peters Township, they've been doing it all game, but they've been in that bear look up front. They cover the center and 2 guards, and then allow the middle linebacker to take a gap, either an A gap or B gap, somewhere in there. So you got 4 on 3, and you can't block all of them. And that time they couldn't block one, and he made the stop.
3rd down and 11. Still over 9 minutes to play here in the 4th quarter. Also won on that last play, and now Jansma drops back. Throws here to the near side. Lots of contact. And there comes a flag. I was going to say, I was expecting to see it there as defense P.J. Luke was in coverage there, and certainly a lot of contact with Brandon Wingfield. And I think we're going to see a pass interference.
He got right on his inside hip. When he turned up the field, he got on his inside hip and kind of held him from getting to the football.
Yeah. Well, they're gonna call it holding and not pass interference, which is interesting. I mean, that ball was certainly in the air. The call is holding, and that's going to make it 3rd down and 1.
Well, based on the score and field position, it's a 2-down,
right?
2-down series here.
Snap to Jansma, drops back to throw. Under some pressure. Tries to avoid it. Now throws on the run down the far sideline, incomplete, out of bounds. And that's going to bring up a 4th down play here for Canon-Mac.
They tried to take advantage of being short yardage and tried to go for the big play.
Wingfield was in the area. Braden Collins was in the area as well. But the ball was thrown out of bounds anyway. 4th down and 1.
Got a nice block from, I didn't get the number, but he got a nice block to allow him to throw the football. Rolled to his left and threw the ball on the run.
Jansma with a give and not much room there. It's going to be close. New ball carrier for Canon-Mac. That was Ryan Blinn on the carry. And it's all going to depend on the forward progress spot. And he is not going to get there. Going to come up short on 4th and 1. And it's a turnover on downs to Peters Township. Take over just outside their own 30-yard line.
Just a straight ahead handoff up inside. And defensively, Peters Township's up front people win.
8:48 on the clock. Wonder if we'll see Peters Township try to eat up most of this clock here. Take it down to the final gun, leading by 21. DeLucia back on the field. Peters Township leaving the bulk of the starters in the ball game as well here is now a give to Repepe. He's going to be brought down in the backfield for a loss. Nice tackle on the play by Logan Logsdon of Canon-Mac.
Ball designed to go up inside. Repepe decided to try to bounce it outside.
13.
Never works real well, and that time it did not. Gets stripped up and tackled for about a 4-yard loss, 3-yard loss.
A few other final scores to pass along. Avonworth 35, Burrell 6, Upper St. Clair 35, Mount Lebanon 14, Derry 33, Ligonier Valley 14. Trinity leading Moon late 13-7. Flag flies before the snap here on second down and about 14. It'll be against the defense. That's going to get the yardage lost on the last play back and then a yard. Be second down and 9.
Second and 9. They like to get a first down. They want to try to run this clock out as much as they can.
Lucia avoiding some rush now, is going to keep it himself, stays on his feet, now tries to bounce it outside, and here's Nolan DeLucia down the far sideline, takes a hit inside the Canon-Mac 40, and is forced out of bounds.
Nice job that time by DeLucia. Nobody open down the field. Steps up in the pocket, manages to avoid a couple tackles. It gets down the far sideline. Gets knocked out of bounds at the 40.
They put it right at the 40-yard line for a first down, Peters Township. Clock is stopped momentarily at 7:23. Now they'll wind it. Snap to DeLucia. Hands it off. It's Repepe. Trying to turn the corner here on the near side. Steps out of a tackle. And now takes on Wingfield dead on, straight head on at the 30-yard line and close to a first down. This is going to depend on the spot. Looks like he might be a little short.
Design play to go outside that time.
They moved. Well, they were going to move the 6. So got exactly the 10 he needed. First down 10 now from the 30. Here's DeLucia from the shotgun again, taking a snap. Give to Repepe. Tries the other side this time. Trying to bust through the line there is Repepe. He's only going to get about a couple, maybe 3. Bring up second down.
Not real fancy in the run game. Just straight ahead underneath handoffs. Pretty simple. Relying on their offensive line.
Second down, and to call it 7 after the 3-yard gain. And now you do see Peters Township taking their time in between plays. That clock now winding inside 6 minutes. Play clocks are working now, and they'll get the snap off just in time. DeLucia with another give to Repepe. He's tripped up in the backfield this time. Loss on the play, back to the 30. So the 3 he gained on the last play are lost on this play, and it's back to a 3rd and 10.
Yeah, I agree. You should try to run the clock down, but I think you got to give the kids a little bit more of an opportunity to get the play off, not have them rush so much at the end.
That was right down to 1 second.
He didn't get the play in until 5 seconds left to go.
Clock again is winding now. They can take it almost down to 5 before they snap the next one. But like you said, they kind of rushed that at the end of that play clock.
Well, they took it down to 5.
Doing the same thing again here. So Lucia, this time he's not even gonna snap it. They're gonna get a timeout taken. Clock stops with 5:01 remaining here in a 35-14 lead for Peters Township on the WJPA Sports Network, presented by CNX Foundation.
This is Coach Guy Montecalvo for the Washington Greene County chapter of the Pennsylvania Sports Hall of Fame, sending along best wishes to all of our local baseball and softball playoff teams. Our annual banquet, Sunday, June 9th, will honor 12 new inductees, plus the 1994 McGuffey football team of yesteryear and a number of special honorees. Tickets are available but must be purchased in the next few days. Log on now to join the celebration. washgreensportshall.org.
So Peters Township will come out of the timeout 5:01 on the clock and a 3rd down and 10. And now, do you keep the ball on the ground to keep the clock running, or do you try to get that 1st down here?
You got to try and get the 1st down. They may think they can get the 1st down running it.
Both teams still have 2 timeouts as well. Well, certainly they can.
Got them thinking pass.
It is going to be a passing play, but now maybe not. DeLucia going to take off himself, and he's going to get the 1st down and more inside the 20, down near the 15-yard line before he's forced out of bounds. And keeping it on the ground, but picking up the 1st down nonetheless to the 16-yard line, pick up a 14 yards.
It almost looked designed.
16
almost looked like he, sat back there and then decided to take off on cue.
$16-yard line, 1st down and 10. And the clock winding. Well, it has stopped right now. Should be winding once they've spotted the football. I guess he went out of bounds. Yeah, he went out of bounds. Not just a 1st down.
See, they waited too long to snap the ball. That's a delay.
Play game.
And there's no reason to be waiting there because the clock's already stopped.
Right.
So back him up 5 to the 21-yard line.
Yeah, this is a little bit poor game management in the back end. Can't say too much. They played pretty well tonight.
Yeah.
This will give the coaches something to yell at, although it may be yelling in the coaches' meetings.
4:55 on the clock. And now DeLucia takes the snap. Gives to Repepe. Straight ahead he goes, trying to bust his way through the line, but he's going to be brought down after a short gain of 2.
It's one thing after me going through my coaching career, one of the things I hated about games at the end of games was that when you were winning and the other team knew you were going to run the ball and you weren't going to throw it, and they loaded up and just tried to beat the heck out of your running back who you're giving the ball to. Used to drive me crazy.
Clock winding now down inside 4:20, and again letting a lot of the play clock roll off. Here is Peters Township. And to give straight ahead once again to Repepe. He'll pick up yardage to about the 12-yard line. Bring up 3rd down.
They're doing a good job of working the clock. I got to sharpen it up a little bit.
Again, 5. 3rd down and 7.
3rd down, 7 here for Peters Township.
And now they snap it on
plenty of time.
12 seconds.
Going to roll here to the near side is DeLucia, throws back across his body, finds a man complete at the 2-yard line, and that's
number 20.
Abby Addisy on the catch. Down to the 3, they'll call it. It'll be 1st and goal for the Indians.
1st and goal, Peters Township from inside the 5-yard line.
Spotted at the 3. Peters Township trying to take as much time as they can. Here's the clock now winds inside 3 minutes to play. 35-14 Indians lead here in this week 0 contest. DeLucia takes a snap. He's going to give to Repepe. Repepe tries to cut inside. Now driving for the goal line. He's in for the touchdown.
Nice effort that time by Repepe. He did that. Offensive line moved people off the ball, and he found an area. Had a BYOB a little bit, be his own blocker.
Mark Repepe on the touchdown run for Peters Township. And they'll look to add on the extra point once again with Anthony Maiello, who has been perfect tonight in extra point attempts. Trying to make it 6 for 6 here. And the kick is up, and it is good. 42-14, our score with just 2:43 to play here on the WJPA Sports Network, presented by CNX Foundation.
Hemlock Homes makes your dreams come true. Why build a box home that doesn't reflect your lifestyle and desires? Hemlock Homes brings your vision to life because you're involved in every decision: design, floor plans, materials, and finishes. If you have a lot and a dream, Hemlock Homes will make it happen. Hemlock Homes, quality workmanship and personal service. Call 412-444-5008. That's 412-444-5008.
I'm Evan Chambers of Chambers Insurance Agency. You can't turn on the TV or scroll through social media without being bombarded by insurance commercials. They're everywhere, even on the radio. Low rates, big savings. We'll insure your pet iguana. Okay, maybe not the iguana. Sadly, many times you're not saving money, you're just getting your coverage slashed. By the time there's a claim, it's too late to see you've been duped. At Chambers Insurance, our goal is to improve your coverage and get you savings. We're local, family-owned, and we'll work with you to find the right coverage. Chambers Insurance, since 1950.
Peters Township to kick it away. Inside 3 minutes to go, just 2:43 on the clock, and they have certainly taken control here. 42-14 the score, and pooch kick here going to be fielded. Oh, it's going to be bobbled and then may still be loose here. One of the up men having to step up to grab that, and I believe he still does hang on with possession. Stripping the ball away there was Beckham Friend, who was able to maintain possession through that.
They don't get a chance to hold the ball very much, those 55 numbers.
No.
Little pooch kick that time. They've done that a couple times tonight.
We'll see if Canon-Mac sticks with. They may put in some of the reserves here. Looks like that's going to be the case. With just 2:40 to play. So it looks like our new quarterback for the Big Macs is going to be Mason Orsini. With Evan Lewis in the backfield. It's going to be a give to Lewis. Lewis tries to turn the corner, but he's brought down before he can get to the edge. Loss of 1 on the play.
Excuse me. Tried to get to the near sideline on a little inside sweep, and Peters Township does a nice job coming up and making a stop.
No gain on the play.
They actually gave him back to the line of scrimmage. I don't think he ever got there, but they'll give him the forward progress to the line of scrimmage for no gain. Orsini now comes up under center. And the inside handoff here to Joseph Barnes on the carry, and Barnes going to forge his way ahead for a couple of yards. It'll be 3rd and 8 with the clock moving down to 1:40.
Tough to run the little inside trap with that bare look with the center and 2 guards covered and a linebacker sitting right behind him. That's 4 on 3. You can't block everybody.
3rd down and 8. Orsini back to the shotgun here. And he's going to look to put it in the air. Throwing over his intended receiver, Brian Schmeltz, here on the near side, incomplete. And that'll stop the clock with 1:04 to go and a 4th down and likely another punt here for Schmeltz, who was the intended receiver there. He's going to drop back to punt it away.
Peters Township has fair caught almost every punt that they kicked today. So
don't even have anybody back deep on this one.
There you go.
Schmeltz will boot it away straight down the middle of the field. It takes a Peters Township bounce and is going to be down at about the 38-yard line. So should just see Peters Township kneel this out. 53 seconds on the clock.
That's when you're a punter, and you're lined up and you see nobody back to return the punt, you should only be thinking school record.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's see how far we can get this thing down there.
You know, especially on turf. You know, you get that
Yeah,
thing,
get
that
a good
thing
bounce. Yeah, absolutely.
down. 53 seconds.
Peter Township brings new quarterback into the game as well here. Wouldn't expect too much here, but it will be a handoff. They're going to keep things going. Ian Watson on the carry. New quarterback in the game is Luke Wagner. And the carry picks up a couple of yards with 38 seconds remaining, clock winding.
I think they're new up front, too.
Yes. Yes, indeed. So Wagner in a quarterback. Maybe another give to Watson here no, he's just going to take a knee this time, and that should do it.
As long as nobody calls timeout.
42-14, your final score here from Peters Township. We'll come back and wrap it up on the WJPA Sports Network presented by CNX Foundation.
Get started on fall construction projects. Call Green Valley Contractors at 84. Cover your deck or porch with a new roof. Put an addition on your garage. Turn your basement into a man cave for football season, or redo your kitchen and bathrooms. Green Valley Contractors use the finest materials and superior craftsmanship for a finished job you'll love. Green Valley Contractors, online at buildwithgvc.com. That's buildwithgvc.com, PA 162147.
You deserve a bank that drives your business. One that's with you for the long haul and knows how to keep your business rolling. At Washington Financial, we pride ourselves on delivering customized solutions, ones that are built for the unique journey your business is on. Go with the bank that gets you. Washington Financial Bank.
My dream field has a scoreboard with a giant TV.
My dream field has dugouts for our mascot to dance on.
My dream field has lights to play at night. And a duck pond.
CNX is making dream fields come true by donating millions of dollars throughout Appalachia. Nominate your field at cnx.com/dreamfields.
Any insurance agent can sell you a policy. At RTI Insurance Services, we're going to sell you what you need. As a family-owned independent agency, RTI Insurance Services will provide you with multiple solutions for your personal and business coverages. We're proud to support area athletes, families, and communities, and we'd love to help you too. RTI Insurance Services in South Point. Online at trustrti.com.
Hi, this is Mark Baer from Bud Bear Mazda. It's time for the Mazda More to Move You summer event. We have a great selection of new 2025 Mazda CX-50s. We have 1.9% financing on those up to 60 months.
1.9% financing with approved credit for very well qualified customers through Mazda Financial Services. $17.48 per month per $1,000 financed. Tax, title, license, and other fees may apply. Offer ends 9/2/25.
BudBearMazda.com.
Bud Bear.
Welcome back. It is final score 42-14 in favor of Peters Township here over Canon-Mac, and Jason Tennant alongside Bill Duquette. And Bill, just a game that Peters Township came out smoking there 14-0. Canon-Mac was able to get on the board and cut it to a one-score game there in the first half for a bit. But once Peters Township answered that score, and every time Canon-Mac scored, it seemed like Peters Township answered with another score. And it was just Peters Township's offense kind of firing a little better than Canon-Mac's was tonight.
Well, what ended up being the case is that this game was never really out of hand.
Right.
You know, they got scared a little bit.
Yeah.
You know, in terms of, Canon-McMillan scoring quick after they were up 14-0 and getting back in the game. So they made sure that they knew it wasn't going to be a runaway early.
Right.
But the same thing happened this year that happened last year, only in a different way.
Right.
Last year, Canon-McMillan aided, the scores for Peters Township by making mistakes. quite frankly, they played pretty well down the stretch. Peters Township just a better football team tonight.
Yeah, no doubt about that. We're going to take a look at some out of town scores here. We do have some finals to pass along, and we're also going to be naming our Community College of Beaver County Player of the Game. We'll do all that when we come back here on the WJPA Sports Network, presented by CNX Foundation.
Friday Night Lights brings our communities together, but too many families in Washington County are being torn apart by opioid addiction. I'm County Commissioner Nick Sherman, and I want you to know you're not alone. Help is here. If you or someone you love is struggling, call our confidential hotline today at 724-228-1234. Together we can fight addiction and build a strong future for Washington County. 724-228-1234.
Hi, I'm Nick Jaganis, your Allstate insurance agent in McMurray. You've worked hard all your life to provide a nice home for your family. Maybe the insurance that you had 5 years ago is not appropriate for your life today. Call me for a review of your current coverages and we'll see if we can help you. Allstate has some unique ways to keep your insurance costs down. Give me a call so we can discuss proper protection, the best price, and most of all, personal service. 724-942-1234 or send me an email at nickg@allstate.com.
Orthodontics isn't just for children. Orthodontics is for everyone. Choose Good Orthodontics. Doctors Bob and Ron Good and Dr. Cullen Doyle are board-certified specialists in orthodontics and facial orthopedics. Good Orthodontics has offices in Mount Lebanon, Washington, and Pleasant Hills. See all the good a simple smile can do. Call Good Orthodontics, 412-344-4663. Excellence is a good choice. Choose Good Orthodontics.
Slovenian Savings and Loan is here for your life, your future, and your dreams. While life's pace seems to get faster and faster, Slovenian Savings and Loan still stands by its traditional values of honesty, integrity, and building personal relationships. Enjoy all modern conveniences to make banking easy, combined with a down-to-earth, face-to-face way of doing business. Slovenian Savings and Loan on Boone Avenue in Strabane. Big enough to serve, small enough to care. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Some scores from out of town here. Of course, our final 42-14, Peters Township over Canon-McMillan. Also some finals, Kiski area 21, Knox 0. Connellsville 28, Latrobe 13, Laurel 43, Elwood City 14. Moon defeats Trinity, comes back and wins that 14-13. Monessen over Charleroi 44-0. South Fayette 38, Chartiers Valley 15. Alderdice 30, Fox Chapel 7. New Brighton 20, Shenango 7. We had that score earlier. Some other scores. Mars 42, Beaver 7, Deer Lakes 23, Keystone Oaks 7. Brentworth over Brownsville 47-6. Blackhawk 14, Beaver Falls 12. Waynesburg Central defeats West Green 50-6. Upper St. Clair 35, Mount Lebanon 14, and Derry 33, Ligonier Valley 14. All these week 0 scores from around the WPIL. It's time to name our Player of the Game, and that is brought to you by Community College of Beaver County.
Open new doors in your healthcare career, or get ahead in college by earning general education credits. No matter your path, we're here to help you move forward. Learn more at ccbcwashington.com.
Well, we didn't have a chance to keep a whole lot of statistics here tonight, Bill, with all of the problems that we had in our press box, but it didn't take a whole lot to determine who our player of the game was going to be. And I do have some stats on the Peters Township quarterback. Nolan DeLucia is our Community College of Beaver County Player of the Game. Went 15 for 20 through the air, 271 yards, throwing for 3 touchdowns. And it was a pretty easy choice tonight.
No question. He had a heck of a first game. I think they're going to have to rely on him for the next 9, 10, or 11 that they play.
Right. Yeah. No question about it. Now, he was the quarterback that took them, all the way through the state playoffs 2 years ago to WPL runner-up a year ago. So certainly a seasoned quarterback and looking for big things out of him and this Peters Township squad. I'm sure they've got some lofty goals for the season, and they get it off to a good start here tonight, 42-14.
And he made all the throws tonight too. He made the throws going left, going right, quick outs down the middle. quick slants, short posts, and a couple big ones down the field. So he's ready for the season as long as he gets the protection. That works. And he rushed for some yardage too tonight.
Yes, he did.
And, he showed that he's got some hops.
Yeah, absolutely. Our coverage tonight has been on the WJPA Sports Network. Has been brought to you by Washington County College Center, operated by Community College of Beaver County. Also by Advanced Orthopedics and Rehabilitation and Advanced Surgical Hospital. By Day Insurance Agency on East Main Street, Washington. Main Street, Hickory. Online, dayinsurance.com, celebrating 50 years of service. By the Washington Green County chapter of Pennsylvania Sports Hall of Fame, celebrating our region's rich athletic tradition. By Hemlock Homes. If you have a lot and a dream, Hemlock Homes will make it happen. Coverage brought to you by Chambers Insurance Agency, your third-generation independent insurance agency in downtown Washington, online at chambersinsurance.com. By Green Valley Contractors, for a finished product you'll love, visit buildwithgvc.com. By Washington Financial Bank, for 125 years, proud to be the bank that gets you. Coverage tonight also brought to you by CNX Dreamfields, making your dream field come true. By RTI Insurance Services, proud to support area athletes, families, and communities. Log on, trustrti.com. By Bud Bear Mazda and Bud Bear Subaru, Route 19 South Washington, home of Bud Bear Cares Rewards Program. Coverage brought to you by Washington County Human Services. Take the first step toward a healthier life. Call 724-228-1234. By Nick Gigandis, your Allstate insurance agent in McMurray. By Good Orthodontics. Excellence is a good choice. Choose Good Orthodontics. And by Slovenian Savings and Loan. Big enough to serve, small enough to care. Our thanks to coaches TJ Black and Brian DeLallo and Justin Piles and the entire crew here at Peters Township. My partner Bill Duquette, on-site producer Brandon Bennett, Luke Andrusik, and Benny DeFalco on camera, Bill Chapo and Terry Haslett producing in our downtown Washington studios. I'm Jason Tennant. From Peters Township, your final score, the Indians of Peters Township 42, Canon-Mac 14. This has been a production of the WJPA Sports Network.